be what you love. It took a lot of hard shit just to learn how not to break down and stop, baby. No matter what I've seen in the past, I won't let it impact how we grow now, baby. But I can't let it slip away, drift away, can go to waste, I say it's journey, stay to your place, won't contemplate, you got to play that, babe. I don't wanna wait another minute for you. I know you got me falling from the ceiling for you. Knew it from the start, there was no limit to you. And I'm catching feelings, baby.
I'll never be sober, I couldn't believe, but now I'm so high, and now that it's over, I'll never be sober, I couldn't believe, but now I'm so high, but now I'm so high, but now I'm so high. Now I'm so high. Girl, what's your problem? 'Cause I know it's hard sometimes. Maybe just give it some time. Oh, honey, now, girl, we can solve them. If you just give me some time, I can open up your mind. If you let you can free your mind, 'cause I know it's over, I'll never be sober, couldn't believe, now I'm so high, and now that it's over, I'll never be sober, couldn't believe, now I'm so high. Now I'm so high. Now I'm so high. Now I'm so high. Girl, if it's done right, well, you know it's got to be something wonderful to me. Oh, honey, now, girl, give it one night. You just give it a chance, loving you is still my plan. 'Cause I know one day you'll see all the things that we can be. Oh, I know it's over. I wanna be the only one. Now I'm so high, so high. Yeah. Now I'm so high. 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 Now I'm so high.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block, and it's like a ghost town, baby. Where did these niggas be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you punks, you can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib, but sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. don't pay that nigga songs in this party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody, it must be a victory lap. Hey, shawty come sit on my lap. Hey, this ain't Drizzy, just snap. This in between us, it's not like a store, this isn't a closable gap. Hey, I see some niggas attack and don't end up making it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn babe. Yeah, where did these niggas be at when they say they doing all this and all that?
If you give it to me, I'll be happy.
What is up, everyone? It's your girl Vivid Queen, and welcome back to another Caribbean Roundtable. What is up, everyone? It's your... Oh my god, I was wondering why I was echoing. What the heck was that? Did Yuki just dip? Anyways,
Yeah.
welcome to another Caribbean Roundtable podcast. Oh, fucking hand. My freaking hand. Alright guys, we're not gonna start the topic just yet. We're gonna wait till more people hop in. But hey, we almost started on time. Almost.
You know, I'm here on time, guys. Always.
Well, yeah, facts, that's true. Let me go ahead and set up the ting them. Call my brethrens, my chargies,
You looking at callbacks?
to come talk about this topic with me. I'm so excited, and I'm gonna go ahead and like send out some videos real quick. Oh, let me go ahead and get this link.
Good callback. I don't know if
Hey
any got
guys,
edited.
we are talking about brain drain in Jamaica on my new YouTube channel. So it's right there. Click it. Join the conversation. If you want to actually be a part of the conversation, you can join the Discord. Just ask for the Discord when you hop into the YouTube chat. Okay. I feel like that was cute enough. Hello.
Hold on, I want to know what's she got work tonight.
She's at work, like right there. Do you not see her?
I think that eat.
Do you not see her working?
Dude, I go keep it PG. Hi Sherry, how are you?
That's crazy. That's wild. I don't like how y'all treating my baby, you know.
You bit.
What that mean? What that's supposed to mean? What y'all try to say? Are you trying to discriminate against me?
Discriminate against who? If I was going to discriminate, I've been against you because you're the only one here without locks.
Wow. Are we gonna talk about it? Are you gonna freaking talk about the fact that you're discriminating against me because I don't have locks?
Lock discrimination.
Oh, why did that sound so good? Hashtag lock discrimination.
Put that as a topic.
Discrimination
against locks.
Oh, yeah, okay. Write it in the Discord. You know what I want to do? Let us hi Kid Heartbreak. I'm gonna make a channel and I'm gonna call it podcast topics. Podcast topics. And basically in this channel everybody writes topics they want to talk about. That way I'm not responsible for remembering because it's right there. That's a great idea. Good job, Tia. My memory sucks. Ass cheeks. Hi, we're doing podcast tonight, so I was just calling you because you said I should.
Oh, I'm tuning. We're just reaching.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Go eat. We're gonna be on for a while, so whenever you feel like hopping in and talking, you can.
Already. Before I go again.
Oh, yeah, so we have a giant.
$100 of them points.
You don't have to, but you can. It'd be nice if you did.
I'll stay tuned and talk smack in the comments.
Okay. Later.
Alright, yeah.
It's the
Do I have music playing in the background? I hope I do. I don't. It's just my voice. Ew. Wait. Yo, I don't know about nobody else, but me I burn up your fret. Like I'm literally sweating like a bitch. I'm in Spanish Town.
That's why.
That's why. Just they are dead.
Like radius is very cold right now.
Imagine if I did live Portmore.
I need to make it to ours.
I don't ever want to live in Portmore. Y'all
Portmore
can.
is uninhabitable.
I lived in Portmore, unfortunately, for a year.
At the airport.
Well, be grateful you don't live there anymore. Also, your camera is buffering. I can't see you.
Hold on.
Works smart.
Like this.
Let me go ahead and add that freaking thumbnail. Hi, Rohan. Not you alone. Place hot, man. Yeah, man, the place hot for real. My little day I did. I was trying to find a skimpier shirt to wear, and I couldn't find one. So I'm in a full-size shirt. But I guess that's what you guys prefer anyways. Because if I wore the skimpy shirt, you guys would think I'm looking for attention. So I just laugh. Yes?
Check your WhatsApp real quick. I want to say a new addition.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going into YouTube Studio and adding the thumbnail.
But you can just buy the.
Okay, this shares chocolate. So that's fine.
Also, I'm gonna say this one more time. If you guys want to be on the next thumbnail, and I'm talking about people who are actively a part of these chats, send me a nice picture of yourself, like a proper picture yourself. I'm sorry. I really don't want to hurt nobody feelings, but I'm not go put your 230 resolution picture from something 144p. And is there anything lower on that? 60, 17p. I'm not going to take your pixels and put on my thumbnail. So please, guys, good pictures.
It's so ugly. It's so great. I shared with like this.
Okay, there you go. Literally over here trying to
So a rocking chair for you, old man.
To this people on blog, yes. Okay, I think that should be good. Portmore hot man. I can only imagine, honestly. Ever since I stopped dating my Portmore man, I haven't been back over on that side at night to know what the heat is like over there at night time.
I have a brethren where he was a Rasta until he moved to Portmore and the heat boxed him and him say, him locks did absorb the heat. Him cut him locks. Like fully cut it. Started.
Fraudulent Rasta man.
Well, they just have lock here, but man here today I'm back. The brother say him cut it because of the heat.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I'd be able to take it either.
Trust me, it sucks, especially in the night.
I don't know if I'd ever be able to do that shit.
Worst thing for ever happen is the power go out when I live Portmore.
Hey, no dissing Best Buy. Hey, Jeff.
We can diss Best Buy all we want. Hashtag diss up the thing. Alright,
Doesn't get into a hurry.
hi Lords Kakarot, are you gonna be joining us in the Discord to talk about this? I don't think Vash has ever been a part of our Caribbean Roundtable talk.
What's the topic for tonight? Or we're just doing random?
The topic that we're doing tonight is brain drain in Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just giving it a bit. Thanks for subbing. I'm just giving it a little bit of time. I've been a part of the first one. Okay, the first one. Gotcha. I'm offended.
Best TV?
I mean, I just didn't remember.
Sure? Yeah.
Also, we got 6 people watching, which is awesome because this is a brand new spanking channel.
Alright.
But everybody can share their comments, their feelings, in the comment section. Do you actually think brain drain is a serious thing? Do you actually?
It's like 20.
Do you feel like it's gonna do anything in the near future? Because I feel like it's literally just going to end Jamaica. I feel like Jamaica's gonna go underwater after this.
There's 57, she's like 17.
Oh,
Fair enough.
no.
Oh, that's great.
Hi. How can I help?
Hi, how can I help you today? I'm Sherry. I wonder if she can hear me.
Of course, she can hear. She just can't say shit to you.
My name is Sherry and I don't want to help you. I'm just saying that just because I need the money.
Just give me.
Give me your money. I don't want to be here. Fuck all of you people. What is it that you want to buy the iPhone? It's right fucking there. Look in front of you, you dumb
Apple.
bitch. Oh, did you just say Apple?
Okay, yeah,
I am gonna pester the shit out of you. You're not gonna be able to concentrate.
Imagine being able to say all the stuff you want to say to a customer without not feeling shit, just saying what you want.
Wait, help me look for a 13 Pro screen protector. Again.
I don't the 13, just go straight to the 14 and done.
Yeah.
Mom, you want a 13 screen protector?
This is a 13
That was
Pro.
like so last year. Tell her to go get the 14. Tell her she's behind time. You're behind time.
That's all you. I don't know how to add the installation.
Lord Kakarot is here. Hello, Lord Kakarot.
Okay.
Tell her if she wanted a screen protector for her phone, she could have sat down in her bed, ordered it on Amazon, and it would come to her door. She just never have nothing to do. Tell her I said that.
Told them it's $6.
Yeah. See, it's all $79.46.
She said $79. That's no ordinary screen protector. That's a super screen protector. Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking shit.
Do you write a copy of the receipt?
See it emailed to you? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen the addition yet? Or, you know, yeah, man, but no, we see it on the phone and put it back down real fast.
No, I didn't. I'm about to look. What the heck is this? Where did you even find this? Can I borrow this?
I can't borrow this. That can't work. Do you see the map on your head? It can't work for that.
Wow.
I feel discriminated against again. Again.
It's not that. I know. There's no way to say this without it so now. It's not that big.
Yo, Sherry looked down so fast. Okay, I understand. It's too small.
Yeah, it can't manage all of what you have. Trust me.
I can take it. I don't mind something small as long as it knows what it's doing, you know?
Yeah, man, definitely.
No, you're wild. Y'all just out here wild.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Imagine the people that just joined the stream and just hearing that conversation.
We're talking
That's
about
typically every stream.
doll. That's facts. But I don't know what y'all talking about. We're talking about a hair straightener. We're children of God.
Right.
Yes?
I said take it or leave it.
Oh my God. Yo, you know things to do? You know work? This girl. Alright guys, I think we have enough people to start having this conversation. Y'all ready for this conversation? Yay, woo! Like where's the excitement? Where is the voluptuousness?
Excitement.
Okay.
Where's Void? Where's Void for this moderator thing?
That's a good question. I don't know where Void is. Actually, I don't know what's happening with Void. I don't even know if Void's okay.
Void for what?
Oh,
I'm literally just gonna ask him
you
if I'm
should
good.
steal one of the Sony ones. You have one? Okay, fair enough. Did you get the blue one? Blue. Yeah.
Anyways, alright. So recently I've learned that Jamaica is what? The second highest country suffering from brain drain? Right? Somebody fact check me. I think that's what it is. We're the second highest on like in the world to suffer from brain drain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I always knew that it was bad, but I didn't know that it was that bad. Quite honestly. And it's so funny because Andrew Holness recently did an interview where he said that we're having an issue where a lot of young people are not working in the system, and he knows a lot of young people are not working in the system because they're not getting paid the money that they think they should be getting paid. And then he followed up that sentence with, we're going to go into the ghetto communities and try to get them to start working. And it's like,
Yeah, because it's
you know the problem, and you know a certain level of people is not going to take that shit. So now you're going into the lower class communities to make them work because you know that they don't know better and they would probably work. That's crazy.
And I think they were talking about how the youth are leaving and they need more people to stay and what to do to. But we know why we're leaving. Like, young
Exactly.
Jamaicans are leaving because we can't afford to live in our own country. And it makes no sense.
Exactly. Because, I mean, we are a third world country, but how do I say this? Like, we're a third world country, but are we really a third world country? You know, like the things that
Yes,
Jamaica
we
have
are.
access to versus the things that other third world countries have access to. I mean, they could pay us better. They could pay people better. They could give more opportunities. But Jamaica is so corrupt that it's so hard to live here. It's so hard to survive here. Kids in
And even
America,
the fact that. Sorry, go.
uh, yeah, I was just saying that kids in America buy themselves cars at 16, start their businesses, do this, do that. Like, you never hear that happen. I mean, not only because we don't drive at 16, but that's rare occasion for Jamaicans. That's what I was saying.
the thing I honestly say is that it's not only a government problem, it's also a people problem. It works hand in hand as well because not only is the government not giving the youths the right opportunities to make money, they also the people of the country are not willing to create opportunities for themselves. Like with like with the brother who did step on the stream the other day with the one only for businesses and the ideas and so on and so forth. A lot of people refuse to do that because they don't want to or they're too lazy to, etc.
Yeah, I
So
think
it's not
delay.
entirely a government problem, Reggie.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think at least maybe 70-30, because I still think the government has a huge factor. They contribute to majority of the whole issue, but at the same time, it's a people problem as well. I agree with that.
Which is true, 100%.
And it's not
Honestly,
and it's not that Jamaicans don't have access to the resources to start their own thing. I just believe that even, for example, right, in school, because I used to go Glenmuir High, the what they mainly focus on in at Glenmere was just business and sciences, but like small amount of businesses, like just accounts, and I don't even remember what the other one was. And I believe that if they added more stuff in school, that kind of put in our mind, say, yeah, man, let's. Who said it the other day that schools teach us how to be an employee and
I
not an
said that.
employer?
I was the one who said that.
Exactly.
And you see, the thing is,
That
I think we're forgetting the fact that majority of Jamaica, like the part of Jamaica we know is the part of Jamaica we know, but majority of Jamaica is illiterate. When I found that out, I still don't believe it. I still sitting here right now, I still can't believe that majority of Jamaicans are illiterate.
And there are a lot
So
of persons with potential. Like, for example, my father could have had his own business if he had the education.
yeah, but it's not even just about having a business. It's having the business and having the business flourish, which we could never
Yeah,
say
true.
that it will and will not flourish because we would never know. And all right, so my ex-boss, he started a little business in Jamaica, and he's Jamaican, but he lived in like Texas majority of his life. And when he came to Jamaica, he didn't realize how Jamaican people do their thing and how corrupt Jamaica is and whatever. He had all the money, he started the business, he pushed the business, advertisements, um, everything. Like press kits, everything. But I had I don't want to say friend, I had a acquaintance call me and ask me if I'm working for so and so who's doing this business, and I said yes, why? And he's saying that the people in the industry don't like him because he hasn't come to anybody for help, which is what they like. They like when you depend on them a certain type of way. So because he had all this money that he was using from outside of the country, and he wasn't requesting any help from nobody, he was just doing his thing, it became a thing where they were all actively against him,
Man,
actively
Batman is strong.
against him. And you'd think that they would want new businesses to thrive in Jamaica, create more jobs, create more opportunities, create more entertainment events, whatever. But instead they all actively just pretended like it wasn't happening until it slowly deteriorated and whatever. And he told me it'd be different if he came to them, and he never went to them. He never went to them. So
But that's
let's
the issue. That's the exact issue.
explain.
Yeah, because links run Jamaica.
Yeah.
Anything you do, there's always a level above it where you need approval.
Yep.
And that's just how it works. You have to get that approval. Yeah, you might not want to depend on them, but when you start out, you need to get that approval before you can step in their face.
But isn't that fuck up though? That you have to
You start before you
you have to be kissing ass even when you have money.
Yep. Or some
that's the
fighting someone.
unfortunate part of it all.
It's unfortunate, but it's the reality.
Because one thing about Uptown Jamaica, you know, Uptown Jamaica knows Uptown Jamaica. The whole of them know each other. The whole of them know each other. So
it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I mean, I do know
it's
the
just
reason
that
for
it's
that.
not on a larger scale, and it's because it's on a larger scale. You really won't. All right, Jamaica small,
Yeah,
so everybody know everybody.
true.
That's the only thing of Jamaica, because Jamaica small.
Yeah.
Can't they compare how abroad it can?
I think you're holding the mic or something.
That's fine.
She walked away.
I think so.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though, Vivid, is that even if you enter into
Oh, section on Yeah, you're welcome.
you're gonna have that problem because everybody, especially uptown people, because I found this out working with a bridge the other day. We're doing events. Even though him have everything that him can do in business with, him have a fog machine, him have lighting, him have speakers and everything, and him have a space to host some events. There's just a unspoken word that everybody eat a food off of everybody else. So if him bring
Yeah.
lighting, and next man bring speakers, and next man bring a DJ, next man set up the event, next man
And
deal
that's
with
fair. That's
And
fair
it's
because
fair,
it stops businesses
but-
from having monopolies.
And that's very true. But it shouldn't be forced. You shouldn't be forcing people to take your business. And that's what they do. In this
because-
in this society, in this like community, what they do is that they force you to use their businesses.
and because we will there say, hold on, share talking.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's
Sound very muffled, Sherry.
Yeah, super muffled.
I'm dead.
we can't the people please.
Don't know. And she's muted. Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm saying though, Vivid, is that it's gonna be forced because what they're saying to you is that it can be a case where you're going to come in and step on people's toes because no matter what happens, if you have somebody who have a link at Ray and Nephew, say you always go through that link to get your room. Even if you, so argument's sake, I know say you just get your bus the other day. Big ups to your Vitamart sponsorship, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
If I know you have a link with Vitamart now because of your sponsorship, I could have a virgin who work at Vitamart, but I know say if I have 10 events and I need Vitamart, I can come Vivid and say, I come to you about 5 times for 5 link Vitamart. I'm gonna link my virgin 5 times because you have to spread it out, you see me?
Yeah,
But
that's
if you
true.
come in and you go match up the thing and say, oh well, you see I have all this money and I don't need to talk to the list of small people because I know the CEO and whatever. What go happen is that you go have people say, alright, but that's not gonna be with you. We're gonna encourage other people who hold us in esteem not to the business with you too until you understand say it's not a fact say we really and truly want to force it. We just try to show you say it's a matter of respect say just throw a little thing our way and we just love you. You see me?
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. I don't like when it feel like people are hold you by your neck, But I feel like we're straying a little far from the point.
Yeah, I was about to get back to that brain drain topic because
it's not even just a real thing, it's a very serious thing. Because
I think Jamaica is going to eventually be, as the Prime Minister said, or some minister said the other day, we're just going to be a producer of we're going to export.
Hold on. Brother, you see, because I'm a part of the brain drain problem, not willingly, but I do agree. Say, we don't need to stop left. We don't know a bit of country like
that's mad ironic. That's mad ironic coming from you, who keeps telling everybody to come to Canada.
Let me finish. I'm a part of the problem. I'm also a recruiter. Let's be for real. Everyone's selfish. Personally, if I would stay in Jamaica, me would have stayed in Jamaica. If I had the choice, I would probably stay in Jamaica and help better Jamaica. But I don't know if I end up in politics or not. I don't know. But my point is, no one wants to better Jamaica. Yes, we love Jamaica, but no one wants to better Jamaica.
That's not true. I'm not gonna say I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think. Let me tell you something. There are so many Jamaicans out there that leave Jamaica thinking to themselves, I am going to migrate, I'm going to get myself an education, or I'm going to get myself a good job, I'm going to grind, save up all of my money, and then I'm going to go back to Jamaica and live in Jamaica. But you know what tends to happen to those people? They save up their money on the side.
What do you mean?
No, they save up their money.
They kill them. They can't go back. They literally cannot. They are stuck.
Oh, you're saying debt, as in DEBT. Oh, yeah. Debt. But not only debt kill them. Jamaican people who live in a Jamaican people kill them too. Because these people will spend their whole life after migration working and going back to Jamaica, and then them tell themselves them are gonna go down and visit, and every time they go down and visit Jamaican people who live in Jamaica, I beg them a thing and I make it seem like them have all of this money in the world. Eventually you get turned off. Eventually you don't want to do it. And then there was a story last year about a lady who accidentally killed her son. And you know why she accidentally killed her son? She came back to Jamaica and she gave him money to go out and do whatever he want. But rather than just go out and do whatever he want, he pocketed the money and he dressed up as a robber and robbed his mother gunpoint, and she shot him.
I remember that.
And when they took off the mask, it was her son.
Well, I know, guys. I have been on both sides.
But these are people that you're trying to love and improve while you improve yourself. Them some days are turn off. You don't want to come back in Jamaica in them Gideon there.
Well, I know, man.
Sorry.
I have been on both sides of the spectrum. I have been on both sides. Me used to see the foreigner them as my bank account, and it's not because me just think them rich. It's just because me not have it. It's just because it's like somebody a come from foreign, them a work higher country. Me not care about them living condition. You take my business, as me tell you, I'm gonna selfish. Me only business say you give me USD, and that USD translate to like 200 Jamaican dollars. I don't give a shit or rat's ass for the debt.
It's only because you didn't have a proper understanding of what they were going through.
No, that's good with it. Sorry, man.
I can't agree with you. That's really awful.
I'm very certain that if you found out from an early age back then the type of life and what they have to do to be able to get $100, right? You would be like, oh shoot. You know, maybe a little bit more.
No, I know. Me not care. Me very selfish.
People on a whole are intrinsically selfish.
Yep, that's fact.
Exactly.
It's always about me and damn whatever has to happen for me to get what I want.
That's fact.
There is no we or I in this. It's
no, it's always it's an I. It's I and me will work, but no we, no us, no together.
They them.
Right? No. Because you will know, and the sad part about it is that people leave here and say, as Vivid said, I'm going to go away, make some money and come back. But when you go and realize, say, yo, all you can subsist on is like the dollar menu at McDonald's, or if you get a little better, you can buy the day-old pastry or the whatever is at the supermarket, and then you just know, say, you're stuck. And you come to Jamaica now, everybody's expecting to have this you have all this money going.
Yep.
Not realizing that when you come to Jamaica with like $2,000 US, how long does it take you to save up that $2,000 after you're done the living expenses?
Exactly. That is my exact thing.
You come Jamaica, them expect you to come with 3 barrels. Everybody want a phone and a tablet. Everybody want a cash money.
3 barrels
important. I remember when I was coming down. I remember when I was coming down. Somebody asked me to bring them down a phone, right? I asked them how them plan for send the money. Them said them not have the money right now. When I come down, them give me the money. Me not day in that. Me do day in that. I one girl with do day in that, cause that's my money and I'm not playing with my money with you. You get me? And then my daughter Cheyenne, she asked me, can you bring me down a phone? How can I get you the money? So I said, no problem. This is how you can get me the money. She didn't even get me the money. We actually found a way for her to buy the phone and just send it to me. And then I bring it down for her. And the person who asked me about the phone prior to her saw that was happening and get feisty and aggravated with me. So I'm like, why you not just buy the phone and send it to me? Them not have the money right now. Okay, well, me not have the money right now either. But you there foreign. Their immediate reaction is always, you're there foreign if you can afford. For there foreign, you can afford to buy a little phone and or nothing. It's like that is ridiculous, and it's things like that where people migrate and them don't come back because them don't want to have to deal with it. And if you notice,
you know way to say this, but I prefer to say this. I upfront, I only have like 50% of the money. How can I get it to you? And then when you're forward, by the time you forward with the device, I'll give you the other 50.
I better you give me 50. I better you give me 50. 50 is fine. If I have it,
I got to nobody and say, no, man, I have no night. What just buy it from me? I got start up new.
Not going to happen. That will never happen. You will never live to see that happen. It not gonna happen.
Family overseas ignore phone calls, you know. Somebody
But
always have
still,
Not
to.
even just, you know what I've noticed that a lot of people do when they've lived in these countries for a certain amount of time and they've reached a certain point with Jamaican people who live in Jamaica, they
What's your number?
completely stop using their Jamaican number. And within right, I don't even blame them. I don't even blame them. Like, I completely understand. Drop it. Drop your Jamaican number. Like, a friend of mine was in the call. He was in one of the roundtables. He said that he wished he dropped his Jamaican number within the first year because he had to learn the hard way. And I think a lot of people go through that.
I'm not gonna drop the number until a day when everybody him come Jamaican is a big family argument over where him bring for who and all something. That always happens.
listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me and listen to me carefully. Don't drop your Jamaican number. Keep that. Because be a time where you do decide, oh, me go down a yard one time. And you're going to link up a couple people. You can't use your international number down there unless you could get a portable Wi-Fi system to walk up and down.
Or pay roaming.
Right? Paying roamings, that's an extra money. No. Right?
I honestly, I'd rather pay the roaming. If I ever migrate, I would delete my Jamaican number. None of y'all are catching me. Like, anybody that I genuinely want to see, genuinely care about, genuinely want to keep in touch with, I am going to cross over on a number. But everybody else must go. That. Everybody else must go. That. I'm not. No.
When it pertains to my Jamaican number, I regret not like trying to maintain it and keep it. Because one day when we reach Jamaica, I'm gonna need to contact somebody, and me not take my money and pay for. No, every dollar count and me need it. So yeah.
That is right? You.
On
the other hand, me, I'm gonna turn up.
I may need to call somebody. So yeah, may I keep the number. That's why I'm saying for the people like me who you still are down there. And you decide to not pay for roaming, because roaming it's not really worth it entirely, because it does have its faults.
Depending on your company, it's like $10 a day. It's mad expensive.
Oh, we not talk like the work experience? Or
talk about roaming.
I don't know how that works.
Roaming is ridiculous. We strain again. Honestly, I would even consider it straying because these topics are all connected. Like they all are connected to each other in some way.
I feel like we all know the problem, we all know the solution for brain drain, and we all know why it happens.
Solution for brain drain? Pay the people them better and create more opportunities. Simple.
But it's hard to do that when you're a politician or Rabway. It's also hard to do that when everybody left the country, which is the problem in the first place.
Yeah, but they're leaving the country because nobody is getting paid the way they should get paid.
Than actual
Listen to me. If the government would stop spending $30 million on a sign and put it towards people's paycheck, people would stay. People would stay. They did pay $30 million for that sign. They did pay $30 million. I'ma tell you guys something. I'ma explain something to you guys real quick. A lot of these things that we see happen and we're like, oh, it can't cost that much. I'm telling you right now, it costs that much. And it's funny because they're willing to pay the current price for these things, but they're not willing to pay the current price for nurses and teachers and all of that shit. If I told you guys how much influencers make per video, per appearance, per picture, you would understand that $30 million Negril sign, hollow as it be, hallowed be thy name as it be, it is $30 million. I'm telling you right now.
You know that's just because it's not local people make it, right?
Don't even get me started on the fact that they'd much prefer to use non-locals.
Because every time that something like that happens, it's been done in almost every industry.
That's true. Never burn all your bridges. It's not burning all my bridges. Keeping all of the good bridges and getting rid of people that I don't even like in the first place.
So why the problem with your number?
I'm telling you right now, it would be far cheaper to just keep the number, honestly.
No,
it's not. It's not. Because you have to continually be paying for. It's not.
You're not really.
And you know what? You know what?
Credit
Also, you have to.
Keeping it active.
You have to. You have to put credit on your number every 6 months, or else it will deactivate.
And that is $10.
Just save your contacts too.
$10 every 6 months.
All you gotta do is save your contacts. You're actually the only person. You're actually the only person I've ever heard want to keep their Jamaican number. I've never heard anybody else say that before.
I wish I did.
But the number in itself makes no sense. Like, the number in itself isn't important.
Exactly. And then
I do have the contacts in my US on my US phone.
So who gives a fuck about
when I do come? Wait, hold on, no, man. If and when I do come to Jamaica, hold up, no, man. If and when I do come to Jamaica, I'd much rather use a local call, which I can afford.
Can I tell you something?
Where I am now.
Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
You still don't need to keep that Jamaican number, because when you come to Jamaica, you can go to the Digiseller floor, whichever is your preference, buy a SIM card for what is that, $3, $3 US, and then call wherever you want to call, service wherever you want to service. Because
but look on it now. Every time I come to Jamaica, I have to go buy a new number. Plus, I have to go give out the number or whatever.
And that's still going to be cheaper.
Honestly, much rather invest in that.
First of all, you don't need to give out a new number every time you forward, because if you have to keep them contact, if you call them and identify yourself, they will always save your number. That's the
and
first.
For avoid all of that, you could just have the chip already and them have the number for the chip.
Is a waste of time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, the chip is a waste of time. Exactly, it's just a waste of time. Personally. Why are we talking about Jamaican Digicel chip when we're supposed to be talking about brain drain? Let me stop and behave.
I don't want to talk to her.
Yo, Fox.
Anyway,
facts.
But I think we should have multiple topics, because sometimes we go stray.
Yeah, honestly, like the topics are supposed to stretch out. You're supposed to go into other things.
But we have like 4 hours, so it really matter.
Yo, we did 4 hours last time. That's true, and then we did 5 hours prior to.
First time,
yeah. These
just random spread out to get the time go by faster. So,
but yeah. To just throw it out there real quick. If, and this is for all of you who decided to go away for school or whatever reason, if you could get the training in the field that you wanted to out here and that you were guaranteed to be paid at a decent rate, right, for the fields that you were in, would you have still left?
Well,
yes.
I don't have that experience to really answer. But
yes, I would have still left.
I would have still left if I was leaving. You get me? All right. One thing about Jamaica that I've learned, is ironically they much prefer somebody with an American, Canadian, English degree rather than the people that they're actually educating. And what makes that more ironic is that Jamaican people are more educated. I'm not going to say than Canada, but definitely more educated than the Americans.
Yeah, the school system.
Because
the school system makes sense in Jamaica, basically.
Yo, the school system in America is garbage. Like, I'm gonna always use this example. My friend affiliate who went to Arden with me, when he was at Arden, he was hated by all teachers. They literally said that he was going to end up to be nothing. He was going to be scraps on the road. He was failing all of his classes. All of his classes he was failing. Constantly at the bottom of the barrel. He migrated, and within the year, I text him, "Hey, how's life treating you? I know you're not really a school person." He's like, "I'm a school person now. In fact, I'm valedictorian." How are you valedictorian? You just got there. Like, what do you mean? He said that the things that he was learning in American school, he learned in prep school.
See,
Prep
exactly.
school. What?
Let me just expound on the U.S. school system for you guys. The U.S. school system is just like any Caribbean country school system. What makes it seem like it's rubbish is just the one bag of holidays and days off
Nah,
that they get.
I can't agree
No,
with
It
you.
is. No,
So
listen,
so
listen.
I
Wait,
wanted to
wait,
do
listen,
their. Okay, go ahead.
please listen. Because I was once where you guys were. I used to share that same opinion.
Oh, it's
But
not an opinion. I have facts, but I'm gonna let you finish.
my my
I can't let
my
somebody keep
under
doing this.
what I know about it now is based on the people who I know. They've been through the system and they're now adults and they fully explain why it is like how it is now. Reason number one, most teachers in most schools are Jewish. If you look through the US calendar and see the holidays, most of those holidays are Jewish holidays. And when you check it out, when those days come around, what is the school doing? The school is locked. No teaching for the day. So it's mad days off, mad holidays, stuff like that, including the regular everyday
Oh,
Did he just dip? Did he just get kicked?
I think that's internet. That can't. Yep, that's
That
definitely it. Yo,
hello. Did you
Yeah,
just
sorry
get
about that.
did
It was my internet. My bad.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Mid
Okay.
sentence too.
I was saying it's mainly a religious thing. To be honest with you, it's mainly a religious thing.
Okay,
If
so
if
I can't agree there because I've
I
had person
strongly
who
disagree with you, and I'm actually looking up
literally
something to say to you right
I
now.
know somebody who left our universities as a trained teacher, and she's from the US, been to school in the US, left them, came to Jamaica, went to school as in high school and college out here, and went back to teach. And she, having been there as a student and now a teacher, is telling you that that school system is garbage because simple things that like teachers out here, even if they're fall down on it, stuff like a lesson plan that you're supposed to do for every class. She was out here, she was in Georgia doing all of this shit, and then them tell her, say, "Yo, no, you're doing too much. You just reuse the lesson plan like that somebody else did from like last year, just change the date on it and you're fine."
I mean, they low key
Test
do,
test
they low key do that in Jamaica as well, but
Yeah, but literally, yeah, but over out here, at least somebody sometimes looks at it. Over there, no. As a matter of fact, they've given her like an entire file on a server. She just pulls tests from it and say, "Oh, this is last year test. Oh no, you can't use last year. Use one from 2 or 3 years ago because this set of students wouldn't have known it." But they don't change them tests.
so that's not the only thing. I'm currently trying to see if I can find like a US school curriculum to show you right now. But it's not just the holidays, it's not just the teachers, it's the literal school system. Because America,
Let's see
while
stuff.
okay, the Caribbean on a whole, not even just Jamaica, we are under British educational system. The US do them own thing. The US is under them own educational system. They do whatever the fuck they want. If you compare the British system to the US system, you will notice that the things that a British person or a Caribbean person will learn in the first year of high school, the Americans are learning at the end of high school. You get me? It's
and main factors would be holidays.
no. That's
telling you.
I'm telling you right now. That's not it. It's
Some of
not
these holidays
it.
would even
The reward system,
less
exactly.
off
There's
that much
there's
for that.
there's not enough holidays for them to be learning what we learned years ago just now. There's not enough holidays, and there's not enough reasoning behind it either.
Look. All right, look at it this way. Let's not use the Caribbean as point of making a comparison. Let's use per se China, right? China has the least, I think, amount of holidays in a year, right? And where do they stand educational wise? They might just be the best right now. Not to stereotype China,
Yeah,
but they
but
just might be the best right now. And that one of the main points of it is because they have less holidays. Yes, yes, school curriculum and what you learn in the classroom and what is taught and this that is important as well. But one of the main hitting factors is how much days off do you get from school? How much work can you get done within a year with 10 different holidays in a year, right? You can't get much done
you
with that
know that
much
we
breaks.
have a lot of breaks in Jamaica as well. We have a lot of holidays as well. I wouldn't say that we
Yes, but
have as much.
how many of them
Brother,
are you supposed to
Jamaican
stay home
Jamaican
for?
schools will tell you to study this on your break. They will tell you this Monday to Wednesday is a holiday. Make sure that you read up on this topic because we won't have time to learn it.
Yeah.
And
Exactly, which is true.
yeah,
Which
but
is true.
it still just proves my point that the American system is just it's faulted. It's faulted. And again, going straight back to the curriculum, if you look at an American curriculum, which is why I really want to find one to show you right now, they don't learn about anybody but themselves. They don't learn about anybody but themselves. When you're in Jamaica, y'all learn about the American people, y'all learn about Jamaican people, y'all learn about the Haiti people, y'all learn about Britain. You know everybody.
I agree with that.
You know
I agree with
everybody.
that.
You talk to
That's fine.
you talk to
Ask
an
an
American
American.
fresh out of school where Jamaica is. See what they tell you. You're gonna hear bare foolishness.
Queen.
Bare
I
foolishness.
agree with
In
that.
the America is the world. They don't know anywhere outside of
I have spoken to so many American people, and I'm yet to hear an American person who hasn't been to the Caribbean tell me where Jamaica is. Yet, all know, I can't find one. So
I agree with you on that standpoint. But as I said,
I
it
can't.
a main factor is holidays.
I can't agree with the
Yes,
holidays.
there are other underlying issues and other things that make the US schooling system rubbish, but
You
it is
can't.
still
I
American.
You can't
personally
say
I
the
don't
holidays
care about the
because
whole holiday thing, but the point still stands. Whether it's because of the holidays, not because of the holidays, because them dunce, not because them dunce, because them racist, not because them racist, because them love shoot up the school, not because them love shoot up the school.
Okay.
The point is them system is shit. Like you're gonna have those people who came out on top, you're gonna have those people who came out smart. But you see, majority of those Americans walking around, the only thing they know about is America. The only thing they know about is America.
Is this the greatest country in the world?
Cap,
What else is there to know?
cap.
Biggest cap in
you see,
history,
the
bro.
thing is that American school system, most of their learning, not even most, I would say majority or almost all of it is done at school. Check anywhere, even when they do get homework. Check any other place. Check any Caribbean country. Check England, and even if you want to use China or any of those other countries. Once you are done with school, once your school day is finished, you know, say you're going home to do some homework. I'm not talking a little. Oh, let's read 3 pages and then we can go outside and play. I talk like
Fucking
everything
wish.
because I don't know about y'all, but when I was doing CXC, I had the nice big book. You know that each subject come with a book from CXC.
Yo,
So
my bag is heavy.
Yo,
I think
do you guys
English book was
remember?
blue one and purple was physics and green was maths or something like that. Anyway, the point is
There's this big
all of
red
them.
book.
I don't mean to
past
cut
paper
you.
books, right?
I don't mean to cut you. I'm so sorry. I just want to make a point for like 2 seconds. Do you guys remember when Jamaica was having a
Primary school?
scoliosis problem because of how heavy our books were?
No.
Yeah.
I went through
there was
a million bags in primary school.
Me
I had
too.
14 subjects in primary school, and every minute my bag strap pop. So my
Nah.
bag heavy.
All right, finish El
No,
Bandolero.
what I'm saying is that with all of what we did, And I'm not even looking at from first to third or even prep school, because I can't even talk about prep school because my experience is different from most persons, because I lived with persons who are formally trained teachers. So despite the homework that school gave me, I got homework. Right?
Yeah.
And that's a difference. That's a cultural difference from a lot of other places, right? Because once you finish your assigned homework from school in other countries, that's it for you. But in Jamaica, them find homework you, because like I know like generation before me, my aunts and my mother and stuff. My mother used to tell me, say, yo, she couldn't eat her breakfast at morning time because my grandparents being teachers. If you couldn't tell them what fraction of the egg was that you cut, you don't eat.
Yup.
Right?
It's true.
But that's how it was.
I remember 1 year. I remember I forgot to study for, well, I didn't forget, I just didn't want to. But I didn't study for a spelling bee that I had, and boy, I get beaten till I couldn't even ball no more because I did weak. And then when I reach home, no dinner. But I just found it. It says, this article is from December 2012. It says approximately 81,000 Jamaicans suffered from severe scoliosis, and then they show like the students and stuff. It was really bad. It was so bad. Yeah, and they started to tell people to buy the wheel bags after a certain year.
That was why Arden started putting in lockers.
Hi, Carvel. Everyone who said I don't mean to cut you.
The fact that in primary and prep school, like you had so many subjects and teachers just taught a subject anytime, so you had to carry every book.
All about them.
You're gonna have maths or English.
No man, you didn't have
I have to ask this question. How is it that one teacher can't teach every subject, but you as a student must learn every subject one time?
I've seen it.
So, alright. Oh, hi, Dougie. Let me tell you, it does make sense. And let me tell you why. Specialization is a very important thing, especially when you're teaching. Because you're not trying to have the student know everything about the subject, but you need them to know something. That's the thing that people don't understand. You just need that student to know something, to have a certain amount of knowledge about the topic. And to do that, you need people who specialize. You can't have one teacher who do maths, English, Spanish, whatever. Because when you ask them a really random, super deep question, what am I gonna do? Them can't do nothing. Them don't know what to tell you. Them only know the basics. Them can only teach you where they on the curriculum, because that's what them practice. Versus when you have somebody who specializes and you ask them like, hey, how does blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, that's a very interesting question. They can tell you about it. It's not on the curriculum and it's not something you definitely need to know, but if you are curious and you enjoy this subject, it's something that you can get more information on because these teachers specialize.
I remember asking my science teacher in high school, like, what causes lightning? And to this day, I'm never answer me. He just couldn't answer it. I ask him like, how lightning work? He must say, I don't know. But like, I say, is it that the cloud rub together and it causes a spark? What the
hell? That's in pay grade. All right, let me read these comments real quick. They're the best and simultaneously stressed too. Oh yeah, the kids, right? And it's not that we don't want to learn outside, but that's how most American curriculums are designed. That's true. I do agree with that. I'm not saying like they definitely don't want to, but it's like how you develop is really based off of your surroundings. So there's that. Nope. Casually has another channel. No one it told me. That is a good point. Listen, Dabby, I literally keep putting the link in the Discord. Like, what are you talking about? In primary school, it was one teacher. So I never went to a primary school. I went to a prep school, but I don't think that made a difference. I don't think that made like a big difference. But I had like separate teachers. I feel like that's normal. I had a Spanish teacher, computer science teacher, maths,
I
English,
think
literature.
Oh, I
I
went. I
think that
also
was
went
what
to a
was
prep school,
different
and it
with
wasn't
in
entirely
primary.
like that for me though. In
For
prep,
me, I had one teacher
You had one
in my
teacher?
primary.
No, I'm on
Yeah,
prep school.
like
I had a teacher
every
for every
grade.
subject.
no
No
sir.
man, for me in
That's
primary
too much
school, in
money I
like
spend.
grade one, you have a form, you have a teacher for
You have a
every class.
form teacher, and they have
Basically,
teachers.
and that teacher, no, that teacher taught us everything in grade one. In grade two, we get a different teacher. That teacher taught us everything in grade two, and that's how it went.
That's
Yes, that's how it
What?
went. In grade
Yo,
six, I had one teacher,
what?
and she taught me all 14 subjects.
no, no,
I
no.
always miss that too. I must learn 50 different subject and is one teacher per subject. Listen, I had, so every year you have specific form teachers, right? And whenever you go into the years you get this new form teacher. But then I had separate teachers. So my form teacher taught me their specific subject, and then I had maths, English, computer. But then again, there were, I think she taught us like 2 or 3 subjects when I think about it. And then we had like other teachers teach us other subjects.
For me, that was high school. That was when I went to high school. I had a form teacher, and then every
You
subject
know,
had a different
that's I always want. I always wanted to find somebody who went to both primary and prep school who
Yeah.
can properly give you like a comparison, because I only have the from a prep school point of view where, like what Vivid said, you had a form teacher and you have to make sure say yo the first class you go, well not in first class, the first set of the day, that's where you present for class whatever, and then so the first teacher is a form teacher and the last certain is a form teacher. 'Cause
Exactly,
you have to
me
get marked.
too.
Yeah. And then in between that day now, you had other teachers. So argument's sake, when I was in grade 3 or grade 2 or whatever, my form teacher might have taught me my math. Then I had somebody else teaching me Spanish. What's that about you? Why is it foreign languages aren't a compulsory thing anymore?
I don't know, but
But
they
anyway,
should
They
be.
know
they
it.
had
I
a,
feel
they had a
like
different
I
teacher
feel
for
like they don't
everything.
even teach
They
it
know if
properly,
you
but that's a whole other story on its own.
but you know
Jamaica
if it
no
was
want
taught
spend no
since
money.
grade one, if they was teaching those foreign languages since grade one, most of us would be fluent by now. If they
Not
continued
would
it,
have been.
necessarily.
Not
Not
necessarily.
necessarily.
no, I mean if they continued it throughout the grades,
I agree. I feel like
There's certain countries
if
that
they
does that.
started us young, and I'm not talking about grade one, I'm talking about like kindergarten, where they're teaching you how to do your ABCs. If they were teaching you how to do your Spanish or your English, your French as well, you would catch it, because a lot of these bilingual kids, that's what was happening with them, especially like in Japan, where it's mandatory to do English and Japanese in prep school, kindergarten, whatever. That's why majority of Japanese people can speak English, not because they
Yeah,
particularly
your,
want
your
to,
brain, your
but from
brain
they're a
absorbs more
baby.
the younger you are.
Exactly.
and you're a
When you
normal.
get older and you start trying to learn them language here, it's not the same. It's like,
Therefore,
okay,
like,
but
Let
I
me
don't
tell
really
let me
care
tell you.
though.
I feel it really doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does, but I would say if they were to hire more Spanish speaking, like mother tongue Spanish speaking or mother tongue
Oh, like what they
French
do in
speaking
Japan.
people to come teach the subjects in Jamaica, it would make a big difference.
Yeah.
But then again,
Because
believe me, go pay them.
most of these teachers who are Jamaican born, who grew up and learned the subject, if they didn't go outside of Jamaica to further the education, where you gonna learn or where them understand, and that's it. Them not experience nothing. Them can't transition. Them can't impart that knowledge to you better than a person who maybe go out there and experience it or lived it from
Yeah.
day one coming to where they are now.
So
Uh,
Shadane says, primary school is one teacher, separate teachers for music and PE. Oh yeah, I had a music teacher and I had a PE teacher. I also
that's the
had
same for me, honestly.
Spanish
Like
and
my one
Yeah,
teacher,
same.
the 4 main subjects: maths, English, social studies, science,
And
was taught by one
we
teacher,
probably had a
and then the
different
rest of
teacher
them
for
was
computer.
different teachers.
yeah, nah. I had multiple teachers.
And you know the weird thing, there was this feud between prep and primary school. Like we just hated each other for no reason.
Yeah,
That's
I saw that happen and I didn't understand it. And like, I grew up very, very, very sheltered, okay? Like I told you guys before, I started taking bus in high school, and even then I was so confused. Like, Uno could have robbed me easy, you get me? But when I was in prep school, I remember having a conversation with a girl in primary school, and she was all like, oh, just because you think you're better than we because you pay for go school, that don't even make no sense. And I was like, what? I never said I was better than nobody. And she was like, yeah, of course you feel like you're better than people. You don't even speak patois. And I was like, I know a little bit of patois. And then she started speaking in her standard patois, and it just never there click. And like I wasn't being rude. I was just genuinely confused, and she just hated me. She just hated me.
The funny thing is,
We just hated prep.
Wait.
I don't know.
Vivid, you see, if I went to your school with you, then could they do that to me? Because I know about patois and standard.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
it all depends on where you grow and how you grow.
I didn't.
No, my grandmother was the principal from my basic school. I had to speak standard English from there coming up.
And as I said, it really has to do with where you grow up and how you grow up, because you find you actually find a lot more posh students in primary schools than you would find in prep school, with exception of AISK, Hillel.
Oh Arden. God, Hillel. Hey,
right?
Calm down about the Arden stuff.
Arden is a prep school that is posh. End of story.
Not really.
End of story.
No, not really.
No,
not really. I can very much attest, especially the fact that you bring up AISK and Hillel. And there's also another one that's out in Mobe. I'd have to ask Sheriff.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about in Mobe. Yo,
I think it's Montessori or whatever.
You think the Kingstonians are uptown? Check the school in Mobe.
Yeah, them put Hillel and ASK to sh.
Yo, for real.
It was like a prep school, but a primary mentality.
Oh.
Versus
I used to go to Vast Prep, right? And Vast Prep was more of like the way people behave there was more like how people expect primary school students supposed to behave, right? When I go to some of the primary schools, they're more posh and standoffish than a prep school student.
Which is crazy because it's like the opposite that happened to me. My prep school, I'm not going to lie, my prep school was very posh in their behavior. You get me? Like I went to like I would go to netball competitions and track and field or whatever, and the girls there would call us the posh pissy school. Like don't call me that. Like yeah, posh and pissy. That's what they'd call us, the posh and pissy gang.
It's not pissy. It's prissy. There's an R in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it pissy like piss? Peeing. That's
what
I heard.
Pissy.
With an
That's
R.
what I'm saying.
No, you're not. Like you're eating the R. Like literally. All we're hearing is piss.
Enunciated.
The way to pronounce it with the R.
Piss.
There we go.
You know what?
Anyways, no, I'm not talking about, so allow me out. But
now I care for the stream.
Yeah, so that.
But on a real meds though.
What time is it there? If you have Lampo, you sit. It is 7:24 p.m. right now, Gianni.
What?
Somebody asked.
It's 8:25.
It is 8:25. I need to fix this issue that's going on with my computer. Anyways, you guys talk. I don't know. You guys talk and I'm gonna fix this.
Prep schools are really and truly, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that they offer you more than a primary school is like extracurriculars and stuff like that, because I have yet to find a primary school, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know much primary schools that come out and say, yo, yes, we have a swim team, yeah, we have a lawn tennis, yeah, we have a table tennis.
Oh,
alright.
We had those.
Yeah, we have table tennis. Yeah, we have karate and judo and all of these nice.
We had judo at my prep school.
Yeah, I'm not talking prep school.
We didn't have
primary school.
Primary school, we had nothing but classes.
First of all, I went to Quest Prep. I did not go to Arden Prep.
Oh, sorry. Quest is worse.
Oh God, really?
That is
Quest?
that.
Quest is
How
worse.
rude! How
Quest
Oh,
rude!
is
you see,
worse.
because
Yeah, like literally, a prep school
Vashti,
just offers you more networking opportunities. That's literally
That's
it.
true.
no,
But
but
when I found out that most primary school students don't pay for an education, I was like, what?
they
Y'all
are
get this thing
lucky.
for free?
They
What?
are lucky.
Yo,
I
And
didn't
I
it's
know.
thought
those
I thought that
schools
was
that don't
crazy.
pay for it that do better.
I
It's
couldn't
not like they don't
believe
pay.
when I spoke about primary school for the first time, and somebody told me that primary school is free and prep school is not, and that's the main difference. I was like, if primary school is free and prep school is not, then why pay for a prep school? Like that doesn't make no sense.
No, but
But
Because prep
this
schools
is when
are
right.
private schools.
No, but the thing
yeah,
is, this is where
that's
But
primary schools get the mentality that prep school children are rich
but
when they are not.
Vivid, I just told you the reason why you'd send your kid to prep school is for networking.
yes, I get
You
that.
can't. Nobody can say, oh, everybody who went to prep school can definitely afford to go to Hillel to rub shoulders
Yo,
with the quote unquote upper echelon of society. But then you have some of those upper echelons who will say, yo, let's go to a Vaz, Andrew's prep, Holy Childhood prep, whatever. And you have their kids back and forthing so that they it's kind of like how when they start their own business, them tell it, them children say, yo, no, this is the family business, yes, and yes, it's going to be yours at one point, but you have to know the business from inside out. So them start them at the lowest level and then rotate them through the system. So that's why a lot of them you end up like when my prep school, Andrew's prep, I end up knowing man like John Amar and them kids from long time. So
yeah,
like
That's
I
what the
used to
prep
think, say,
school is.
yo, I thought that it was a hype vacation to say, yo, oh, I'm gonna jump on a plane from Tinson Pen and go Negril for the weekend or holidays. Them money is like, oh well, that's something that we do like in the middle of the week, and we have like 3 dirt bikes and whatever, and we got bird bush. Them money I got bird bush from prep school. I'm like,
that's
what the hell is
crazy.
bird bush? I never find out about bird bush until like high school. I was like, oh. So this is what these people are doing from before, out here shooting guns and the gun that them are shoot taller than them.
Yep.
It was 820.
Chardonnay
For me, man, it's
says.
slingshot, you know.
Chardonnay says it's easier to grasp another language at a younger age. That's true. I wasn't allowed to speak patois in my house. Me either. Yo, the minute I spoke patois in my house, big box, cannot do
Oh,
that.
mine was
You know
mine
one
wasn't
thing,
like that.
you
But
know
yeah, I
the
was
Chardonnay says.
One thing-
Chardonnay says I hated Vaz. I went to Rollington.
everybody.
I went to
Everybody
Rollington
hate
Town
Vaz for a reason.
Primary.
And Vaz not do nobody not Nina. Vaz not do
No,
nothing.
the
It's
only
Rollington
thing,
Town.
the only
Rollington
thing-
Town.
Rollington Town? Okay. Rollington Town.
Lana man used to come like brothers sometimes.
Yo, we hate Lanamans?
Yeah, wait, you hate Lanamans?
Brother, Lanamans was the disco. Wait. Bear in mind, I think I've at least a decade on you, potentially. But when I was at prep school, Lanamans was the side to beat in football all the time.
Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't
you're
really
most
know
definitely-
any
you're
primary
most definitely
schools
a
or
whole
prep
decade.
schools. The
Because
only
after that was Vaz.
Wait,
the only schools I knew about when I was in prep school was Arden Prep, Queen's Prep, and another one that I can't remember anymore. But I didn't know about any other prep school or primary school.
Wait.
Oh, I knew about Duns Robin. I knew about Dun Robin Primary. That's about
Wait,
it.
did you go to prep champs division?
No.
Clearly not.
I didn't.
Oh, clearly not.
I've actually never been to champs. To this day, I've never been to champs ever.
If you went to prep
I'm not a
champs,
fan of champs.
you would have hate Lanamans,
Yep.
Vaz, and Heidel.
Oh, I knew about Heidel as well. Heidel was my favorite school. Like
When I used to go to Vaz,
Heidel was
it
actually like
always
a sister
Vaz versus
school for
Quest.
Quest.
We knew about Quest Prep, but we never really business about it.
Lanamans
Damn,
never did it in
that-
our
that
league
hurts
still.
me.
I'm sorry.
Hello, we'll be in a couple times in a prep champs. Calm down.
No.
Are you guys having beef on my stream right now?
You warm up.
Yeah.
You
Is
Y'all
everybody-
not, can I let you guys know that you guys are old as shit and those schools don't remember about you anymore? Do you really want to beef over this?
Actually, my school does remember about
My
me.
school
Oh my
remembers
God.
I'm
about
sorry.
me too.
Oh my
Me
God.
and
I
all I
gave
know,
them
and
3
my
national
school,
roles.
my
I'm a
school
part
still
of it.
remember me.
I was a part of almost every club in my school, so
And I was
See?
table tennis captain for 3 years. So
was a
yes,
6 and Cub Scout, track
yes.
team,
Right,
runner.
Everybody I give out them area terrority.
yeah, man, there's
What
me,
were
man.
you in school, Vivid? What were you in school?
Child, child.
Prefect.
I was a prefect.
Hustler.
And I was a
I was
hustler.
nothing. I
Yes,
was
I
just
was a
smart.
hustler, Vash. Yes, I liked to make
Karate
money at
teacher.
it. Shut up!
Whoa.
Listen, I did a few illegal things in my time, but I was young and naive, okay? And I just wanted to make money to buy sweets.
Sell
Chopping
chicken
started
again.
with Vivid.
Listen, but other than this disconnected. Other than chopping the line and being a prefect, I did netball, I did track and field, and I was top of my class in Spanish.
I'm confused now. I'm now confused. So you did track and field, but you never got
never go
champs?
to prep champs.
Oh, I sucked at track and field. I only did I did track and field for I was that seasonal person who did track and field only for sports day stuff. So what they would do is that they would beg me. They literally begged me to do it.
Wait.
Yeah, because I was tall and people wanted to see me thrive, and I just never did it. But I actually, and let me tell you, I was such a dumb child. One thing about me, when I was in preschool, I was so fucking dumb, and I always put everybody above myself. Everybody. So one year, I had to beg them to not make me run, and they told me it was fine. But then the girl who was gonna run, she got sick and she couldn't come no more. So then now they're begging me again to run in her place, right? So I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And I ran in her place and I won. I won my very first race ever in my entire Ross life. Ever. Always I come dead last and I won first place. And you know what I did? I went to school the next day and gave her the trophy.
Yeah, you did.
Look at you.
Because she was one of those girls.
How important a medal is?
She was one of those girls who track and field was like their life. She was one of those girls that went to champs and stuff. So when she was sick, she was really sad about it. And I was like, you know, I'm winning this for her, not for me, because I don't care about champs.
But can I
tell you that I went home and catch some raw slick from my mother?
Which is right.
Which is right.
Which is right.
Because she probably have 6, 7, 8 medals, and you get your first medal. And your first medal is such.
I shall go back at champs again. I should still have get a medal. Yeah, Claude.
Like I told you guys, I wasn't the smartest. I was just trying to be nice.
If I was the coach, me done slapping him for it.
Me would have looked on your way intended.
But that's slapping him for it.
Didn't start doing anything till like high school. Never did nothing in a primary.
Alright, our next question for Vivid. How you play netball and you don't know about vault nor Lanaman?
Only played netball.
You see, Vaz sound familiar? No, I did netball for Arden and I did netball for my prep school as well. But I really never cared about none of the other schools. Like, I was there to play netball and go. And I was actually really good at netball. That's the only sport I can say that I was actually good at.
You couldn't be a Sunshine Girls and make no money.
Lol, me hate you for that one. Then me hate you, respectfully hate you, bad.
You're not a Sunshine Girl and not making money.
Well, her bad luck. I'm keeping my trophy. Oh wow. Yo, I should have keep it. I should have kept the trophy for real, Chardonnay.
Right now, I'm
feels so weird calling me Chardonnay. Huh?
Perfect.
What did Doug say?
Now I'm wondering if one of the times Quest came to Lanamans to play netball. I'm always a watching.
No,
I
no,
was I
Quest
was
was in
probably there.
Val's
Like,
group.
oh,
Oh,
cause I'm like, if we went and played netball there, I was probably there. Cause I was
That's
one
what
of the what they considered one of the top netballers of my prep school, which is why they ended up making me do netball when I went to high school. Cause they, they're like, hey,
oh
you're a
yeah,
netballer
them buy
from.
you out. Them buy
Basically,
you out to free.
they tried to, but
Them should buy you out, man, and get a scholarship and go to school for free.
honestly, I so should have done that, but I wasn't thinking about it. Them time that I didn't know that sports could get you things, and I personally hated sports. When I did netball in prep school, it was the worst time of my life because I was doing training outside of training because I had asthma. So the coach wanted me to train like breath training, like breathing control training and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it was horrible. I would literally cry, and she's like, I need you to do this, you have so much potential, you can do it. And then when that didn't work, she would literally cuss me off. Like, I would be training with her, I get like an asthma attack in the middle of training, and she would get so pissed at me. She's like, you have 5 minutes to control that. 5 minutes, go get your pump. And I would go get my pump, and I would like, it was so bad. It was so bad. But you know what? I wish I remembered her name right now, because I honestly love her for what she did for me, because I genuinely believe that she made my lungs stronger, because before them time there, I used to be in the hospital like clockwork for my asthma attacks, and she helped me train myself, and
I never had
wasn't that bad.
When my asthma attack.
They need to teach us some of those.
I used to be in and out for my asthma. It was really, really bad. I used to be hooked up to the oxygen and everything.
I think I've only been to the hospital like for 1 year when it started, and that was it after that.
Must be nice.
Me that during transitional time, when it get colder, I should not cut my hair, because that also affects asthma. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I just stuck to that.
I honestly thought I was gonna die young. I'm not even going to lie. I didn't think I was gonna live past that, because it was such a hard time in my life. Like, there were nights where my parents had to wake up and rush out in the middle of the night, because they hear me wheezing in the next room, and they'd have to like grab me, get my pump, and strap me down in the car, and that's it. We have to go.
Look on the brighter side. It's because of your hatred of sports and your asthma problem why you're not a sunshine girl. So be thankful.
Yay!
But on the next side, you have the potential to become a demon slayer.
A demon slayer?
Does she? An asthmatic demon slayer?
Nah, that wouldn't work. That would not work.
But look how she was.
Imagine she had tried to do a breathing technique.
Breathing technique, 4th form. 1 minute. Somebody bring me my pump.
That's her unsheathing the sword. She just out of breath. She's out of breath after that.
You'd probably end up like the movie. The guy in the last part of the movie.
Who?
I was just about to ask
I can't remember his name. Ren Goku?
He was not out of
First of all,
no, I don't mean that. I just mean that she would probably end up just fucking dying.
Oh god.
No, they would have moved her to the medical corps. She'd be useful over there.
No, she would not.
I would not.
They're the ones that have to lift the thing and run. She couldn't do that if she's asthmatic.
She could work as what's her name's underling. One way barely have to do anything.
Oh yeah, the one them will get the food and beat people.
Yeah, them 3 little girls. She could be one of those.
Oh yeah, those 3 little girls.
I could not. I can't even care for a plant.
No. You know what?
I can't even care for a plant. You guys would die.
You poison
kidnap her and spunk her.
You know what? I guess she would. I guess she'd end up being a demon because she's struggling with asthma. Michael Jackson would have come over to her and be like, "Yo, I
I
could make
remember
your
the
life
first
better
time
for you."
seeing that scene, bro. Like I literally saw the guy and I was like, the fuck? Is that Michael Jackson? Like why did
Yo,
they make him?
everybody. I'm actually really impressed with how much he looks like Michael Jackson. Very impressed.
I bet if Michael
Okay,
Jackson
All that was
we
left
actually
have
for him
we
to
wanted
have
turn
to,
some
around and
points. We have some points in the chat. So Carvel, hi Carvel, how are you doing, love? Carvel says, Drain Jamaicans are raised to be knowledgeable about the world and how things function. As a result, we become good at problem solving and task management. The main problem we're facing in Jamaica is that crime and violence is stealing our peace of mind, while the lack of opportunities force us to seek better. Who can afford to run will run, Buju. Yeah, Buju did say that.
Big
Think
fact.
of a person who studied to become a nurse. The salary in Jamaica is approximately $150,000 a month. Yo, can I tell you that $150,000 does absolutely nothing? Like,
Bro,
absolutely nothing.
there's nothing.
It's
The fact that I don't even want to say like persons who um let's say the majority of Jamaica, they make less than about 1.2 for the year. Like the average Jamaican makes less than 1.2 for the year. That's before taxes. A car is like probably 1.5, so you can't afford a car. A house, worse, you can't afford a house. Like you can't afford anything. You're working so hard, no matter which line of business you're in. And then by the time you need to have a house or a car, you don't have nothing. You can't
Let
afford
me
it.
let me
that's
just
why by
say I
that's
am
true.
using
almost certain that Carvel was a debater in school
true.
because the man
Carvel,
structure seemed to be like he did a research before he came. He's like, all right,
and you know
let
what's
me
so
see
funny?
some
He
real
came in here
facts.
earlier. He came in here a few minutes ago. He's like, okay, that's the topic. So come back.
This man did
Man
his
doing
research. Look at you
research.
go, bro.
He
You need to
says,
take a page out of his book.
I know, right? On work and travel, that can be made within a week. Oh my God, facts. Think of a person who has SLB to deal with. Exactly. Unstable
Yo,
family situations, etc. Who is from a violent community and has big dreams. Mark sets, Yanago. Please finish reading, then have conversation. Yeah,
Yo,
so you're so right. That there's no
yo,
better way to say all of that.
him win the podcast.
It definitely in the podcast.
make we avoid the
Carvel,
SLB
do
talk,
you
yeah?
Carvel, do you have Discord? Why don't you hop in and talk to us? I haven't seen your face in so long. But
Good teeth.
first
That's
of
what I
all,
said.
don't meds my teeth. Don't meds my teeth. Don't do that.
That's
Matter
that's
about
so
how
But
you
you see,
laugh.
but
that's
you
so
Yeah,
I'm
see,
you
not
had smile come
laughing. I'm
way
not
around a while
laughing.
ago.
That's not
if
true. Me's a very bad
it
man. Yeah?
a soldier,
Work?
oh, I think I hide him.
Wow, look at you. He has lunch at 9, so he might pop in 15 minutes. What was I saying?
I
Oh,
said we need to
I
load the
just
SLB
need you to.
conversation.
but
I have
we
no
need to
idea
talk
what
about it.
SLB.
We need to talk about SLB. I'm
Let us
so
talk
glad I
about
don't
our
have
prime minister.
any.
Let us talk that the
Alright.
prime minister still have SLB out, him name still and everything.
And him have that much money to pay back.
Brother,
What is
let me,
SLB?
Student loan.
Student loan.
Oh, my kinda,
The biggest scam in Jamaica.
One thing I'm glad that I didn't do to myself is take out a
it's
student
SLB.
loan.
Yo,
Oh my God, I think I would actually off myself.
And you know how
Brother,
many persons were recommending it to me, saying, "You want to
no,
go back
yeah,
to school? Why you know?
But
man.
that's the thing. People are so
Only want the
ignorant.
taxes."
People literally just recommend things just because it's a thing. For example, all right. Before I understood how credit worked in Jamaica, I was gonna buy myself a bed and a TV. Correct?
You talk.
Now,
Give me 1 second.
okay. I was gonna buy myself a bed and a TV, and I was trying to figure out if I should just pay for it all at once because I had the money, or I should do like credit, right? So I didn't understand credit in a Jamaica versus credit in a America, and I was thinking from an American point of view where when you build your credit, it's really good for you.
No.
I went to people. I'm not gonna say exactly who I went to because I don't want to call them out. But I went to a lot of people and I was like, should I take it out in credit? Should I just pay for it? All of them, every single one of them, told me I should do credit, and I wish I knew better then. I wish I knew what I know now, because what was supposed to cost me 150,000 ended up costing me $300,000.
What?
$300,000. It's like when they don't show you it. They don't show you it. But in the fine print at the very bottom, it shows you what they want you to pay at the very end. And I tried paying it off fast and everything, and it literally will not go down. It's the same amount of money.
No, you can pay it off fast, but here's the problem. Especially if you go like courts and them places, them tell you say, yo, the item is 110 grand, right?
Yeah.
But when you put on a higher purchase, it moves the value to like almost 200 grand, right?
Yeah.
The minute you sign that contract, you know, them already said, good, Mary Jane is going to give us 200 grand. It don't matter when she give it. It don't matter if she want to pay it off in 2 installments or 20.
That's the thing. I didn't understand any of that at the time, and I wish I knew what I know now. I would not have done that, because like I said, I had the money. I had all of the money in my purse on the day, ready to pay it full if I needed to.
You know,
them teach it in high school.
Vivid, the only way it would have helped
they
you
teach
is
it in high school now?
You had a credit card.
That's good. Yeah, I still don't have a credit card. I'm very afraid of those things. But
I have purchased and I've already high school now.
I have one more payment to do on it, and then I'm done paying it off. Huh?
You still paying it off?
Yeah, that was recent. That was like a year and a half ago.
I don't understand what is the point of having.
Why does this keep happening? Hello?
But
yes,
it's not beneficial.
I didn't hear anything you guys just said.
I was asking what's the point of a credit card in Jamaica?
But I'm saying that you don't spend your own money, 1. 2, if you use the credit card as your main source of spending, and you use your money to pay offset credit card, with all of scamming and everything going on now, when the credit card get leaking up, the bank will if you call your bank right now, even though the bank locking up, call them customer care center and tell them at 9 o'clock tonight, your credit card get leaked for a purchase of 200 grand that you don't know nothing about. I guarantee you, somebody calling you back either Sunday when the bank not open, or at latest 8 o'clock Monday morning to tell you, say, yo, we start an investigation on your card. Your card is locked down from 9:05 and we're issuing you a new card. Try that with your debit card. The man that will make your debit card run, we're trying to trace the pattern. And then we say, well, you know, it's your money, so we kind of don't know nothing about it. But your credit card, because it's for their money and it's insured, they will automatically run up and down on that. Because just like when you lick your car, your premiums go up. If your credit card get leaked and they have to claim against the insurance for that, the bank have a problem because they have to pay the higher premium because they're insuring you and the card.
Read Carvel's thing.
Okay, well, Chardonnay says, oh wait, no, there's more than that. Let me see how far this goes up. See through SLB, box me up. Let me sit this out. Yo, hush, rest in peace. No, sir, Vivid step on my neck with that SLB comment. SLB is garbage, it really is, and I feel sorry for everybody who have it, because it's just their way of draining your pockets. There are some people who spend the rest of their life paying off their SLB, and it's so sad. It really is, because you spend all of that money to get a degree, and the degree can't pay for your SLB. Sad. It's supposed to be an investment, but instead it's just debt. It's just debt. Higher purchase doubles the cost. Learn that the hard way. Because of principal interest and insurance. Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah.
Why you never ask us about.
You see, people always do that. I don't like that. I don't like when people do that. Why you never ask us? You literally just go to whoever you have in the moment. You just go to some people. You're not going to always have specific people in your mind. Let me call Doug. Like, I have like 1,000 contacts. You get me? And every day I'm gonna think about everybody. Like, I don't know who is better to talk to than who. You get me?
Wait, you know Doug for 2 years now?
Yeah, I know Yuki for 2 years too.
Why time fly?
I know, right? It's crazy.
Because I was going to say, remember I shouldn't know half hour 2 years ago, but
I did.
Yeah, well,
alright, Carvel says there's no credit in Jamaica. There is only compound interest disguised as higher purchase. Credit cards are just loans with smaller rates. There is no credit benefit in Jamaica, and that's just facts. That is just facts.
It's not that there's no credit benefit. It's just that it's not as beneficial as it's like in the States, because as him saying in our comment, once you can afford to pay your bills, you can drive anything, you can pull anything. In Jamaica, all that is able to do once you're able to pay your bills is that the bank is gonna say, oh, you can pay off a 50 grand credit card, cool. Here we go extend your limit until we find the limit that you can't pay, and then we say, got you, sucker.
Yep.
No, you have to pay your money.
That is one thing.
You can literally drive a Bentley in US if you can afford to pay a credit card bill once you have good credit. Oh yeah, that's very true.
There is one thing I learned when I came up here is that never accept the extension of your credit. If they say, oh, we're going to extend your credit, do not accept it.
It depends. If you can manage everything, because
no
man. Don't take more than you can manage. I think genuinely it's really a management thing, because credit is important in America. Credit is not important in Jamaica. It's not.
Absolutely.
When you build your credit and you find that you can manage this and manage that, and you take it because you can manage it, and you do end up managing it, you can get literally just about anything that you want, as long as you're building good credit. And buying a house in America, not even just buying a house, it's not like Jamaica. Renting, when you rent in America, if the person who is renting you the house check your credit score and realize that your credit score not really high at all,
you
are not getting a place to rent. I know people right now who have to be living from people's couches because their credit is so bad that they cannot find anybody who's willing to rent them. You know what I'm saying? In Jamaica, people will just take the cash in their hand. They're not doing that. They're not. If your credit is not good, they're not allowing you to rent their house. Point blank period. So I get what you're saying, but there is like a little more detail to it.
But with Jamaica though, right? They really want you to borrow to build a relationship with the banking institution. That's pretty much it. Because if you borrow money from the bank today and you pay it back on time, which kind of makes no sense, because if you borrow 100 grand, you're going to pay back like almost 200. The next time you go to them and say you need a loan, they're going to say, okay, let's look at the history. You've borrowed 100k, you paid it back on time. Whenever I've no late payments, whenever I've sent a bailiff, cool. We can trust you for sending lend you more money, which go end up costing you more money, which then increase the limit that they're going to lend you until, it really and truly don't benefit you. Whereas in the States, if you have good credit, you actually get benefits in terms of like cheaper loans or cheaper interest rates, stuff like that.
Yep, that's true. Do you think, oh my god, yo, wait 1 minute, I can't hear shit you guys are saying because my headset decides to say it won't be a batty man right now. Like right now. Let's see if that helps. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. What were you guys saying now?
No, what I was saying is that they want to touch back on the SLB thing.
Oh god, the SLB thing is so ghetto. I don't even... like right now, the only reason I haven't gone back to finish my degree is because I'm broker than the Joker, and I do not want to take student loan.
I want you to know, say, yo, there's a meme. The Joker ain't broke. The Joker actually has money to pay the IRS. I'm afraid of the IRS more than Batman.
Shaja. The pressure is getting worse.
What you do with SLB, if you can afford it, don't wait till you've done your degree to start pay back SLB. And don't pay, if you can do it, because them really and truly can't start charge you until after you've done your degree. Start pay upon the principal first, because it lessens the amount of interest that you have to deal with.
Okay.
And if you can't pay until after your degree done, always ensure that if you're overpaying, go into the office and tell them that the extra money them going to be paying is to go to your principal. Because SLB have a disgusting thing with them do mass history. And there's a lot of people, I want to check with them afterwards, it happened to them too. They'll take your extra money and say, oh, we're not putting it towards your principal, we're going to put it towards your interest payment for the next month, while still charging the interest on the full principal.
That's
so
crazy.
you end up still, so if you pay them on a reducing balance, if you keep cutting down the principal every time you pay, it work out better for you. But then again, that's all on the assumption that you can afford it in terms of whether or not you have guarantors to assist you, or if you're one of those lucky people who are able to get a job in your field or a job at all in Jamaica's shitty economic climate.
That part. That freaking part.
Because I wholeheartedly support anybody who's leaving to just go get some money, get a proper start in life. Because I don't say you must run it from SLD, because those of us who are employed in the system who pay education tax, that's where your SLD money coming from.
That part.
And I kind of find it strange that if I don't have kids to be utilizing the education system, I need to pay an education tax. But you know, we're not going to go into that part.
We're helping each other. Remember how we talked about how they force people to use other people's businesses in Jamaica? Same thing.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
But I have no kids.
Okay.
Why am I? Alright. Bear in mind now. The fact that I'm utilizing education, because Keshery, everybody who goes to school, I just want to know, say, yo, the cost of your degree that you're complaining about now, you're only paying, I don't even think you're paying 30% of your school, your actual cost of your degree. And that's through education tax. Cool? So,
I know that you have to talk about. You have to talk about fucking university fees in America, university fees in Canada. Brother, when I found out that my friend was paying $30,000 a year, I was like, a year? Like one decade a year? Like 1 year? Every year? For 3 years?
Hold on.
Crazy.
Hold on. What do you think up north there in Jamaica?
We don't pay that much.
Brother, I'm not talking about we as Jamaicans.
No, I'm talking about students. Oh. Well,
like ignoring like Trinidad and so, because I had a sister who's from what's that?
Maroon, are you that?
Yeah, Maroon, you need to fix your shit. I had to serve on mute because that's not the vibe.
Like I had a sister from Trinidad and Tobago. Like government still paid everything for her, right? And that's all fine and dandy. But I have a virgin from Montserrat. School fee was no. I have a colleague at work. He's supposed to get a discount for his wife because he works there. They're both naturalized Jamaicans, but they're still paying international student rates.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. There's a way out of that. I don't know what they're doing.
But I don't know. I don't argue.
But
the
whatever they're doing is fuck up, because they could say they sell so much money.
But as I said, that 30 grand you're talking about, once you're an international student, you're paying that breed of money, and there's no way around it unless. And even if you sold like a bag of scholarships and grants and things, you still have to end up pay that money.
The only way escaping that is if you're a permanent resident or citizen.
Yeah, but I don't think you're getting the same rates as a natural citizen.
Guys, I'm hungry.
That's not new.
Wow.
Good.
Feel
Alright,
disrespected,
guys.
feel hurt and abused.
Show of hands who knows that Vivid is always hungry.
Damn, dog. Listen, Vash, if you don't put down your friggin' hand, dog, don't tell me say you turn on your camera just for that. Me here to know like a dose of poison.
You there? Two. Perfect.
Alright, so Carvel says Maga left the dance here, you know, cause they select a headset and move like Batman. Lol, what? Brother, stop depress me, thanks. Alright, we don't talk about this. We don't talk about SLB. Maroon son, your headset still a going like a Batman. Real talk, I could have start university without SLB, then jumped off once work and travel kick off. That part. Honestly, guys, if you have the opportunity to work and travel, work and travel. Am I saying that it's gonna be one of the worst experiences of your life, but also one of the best experiences of your life? Yes. So do it.
I can't even talk about work and travel because I never did it. I never had to. But from experiences, from second-hand experiences, when I say, yo, when I come from Jamaica, well, speaking to the Jamaicans, but when I come from here, then I know what it's like to tough it out. Yo, just go and go work and travel and deal with it. It really helps in the long run when you don't have to pay back SLB.
Yo,
right?
the thing, and you know what, this ties
opportunity for a permanent position, take it.
This ties right back in to the whole brain drain thing, because a lot of people do work and travel and realize, oh, work and travel nice, and don't come back to Jamaica.
Brother, don't come back. Like, don't get me wrong, you know. It's all well and good. We need the social capital. You guys need to come back and help with the country, but right now, until certain things change, the policies that allow people who have served their time, there's no reason why after retirement age I need to be pulling back some mad 60, 70, 80-year-old people to come on the consultancies when I have people who I'm training now, or people who they have trained who can then be promoted to that position, so that a brother who just come out of college can actually get an entry-level job in a field that he's studying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Vivid.
Yeah, I saw your messages.
Yeah.
They're popping up in front of me.
Good stuff.
Like, it just don't make no sense, man.
I think I would love to help build Jamaica, but also I feel like I cannot do it alone, and we won't have enough people to do the right thing.
And that, my friend, is where your great socialization skills will come to play.
But brother, how much people you have subbing with you? If everybody who is on your channel and all of your channels come together, you can do it.
I mean, if you think so. Jamaica has been going downhill for years.
Yeah, because we need new leadership. We need to allow the younger people to come step up now.
And you see, that's another thing. A lot of these older people, they are so stubborn. They don't want to be out of power. They're so obsessed with being in power that they don't want young people to be a part of it. They don't want young people to thrive. Hi, babe.
Good night.
Yeah, because, I mean, the uptown people have said it themselves. They've said themselves that a lot of their friends do not deserve the jobs that they get, but they get them because they have links and they're uptown.
What's the name that Sun traveled to say that other day on her thing there?
Yup, and she's not the only person to say it. She's the only person to
be a good person to join one of the round tables.
I mean, we could always ask her because she does have a lot of opinions, but yeah. Hi, Japan.
It's very necessary still. There's no reason why you have people out there. So every day we're churning out so many doctors, and yet we still need to import doctors
because all of our doctors are leaving.
Yeah, because where am I gonna go? You
Pay
can't
Dr.
Dude,
Disbursement.
remember saying now, brother.
if you're
That no
making
matter,
if you're making 150,000 Jamaican dollars to be a nurse in Jamaica, and then you're making 700,000 Jamaican dollars to be a nurse in Canada, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go?
The money.
what do
They
you mean
want
we're
to have
going?
more.
Obviously, you're going to follow the money. Me, I go follow the money. Me don't know about one about me. I go follow the money.
And get better
Naturally.
benefits.
Naturally.
They actually get better benefits.
And
Well, you know,
the
but
sad
wait,
thing is, the sad thing is, this year we had how much teachers? They said 70 teachers migrate. That's
70,
wasn't
70
it?
or was that percentage? Let me double check that.
I think they had said 70 teachers, like 72 or something like that. Teachers migrated. That's a
Take for
lot of
example
freaking
Japan.
teachers. You know which teachers that be? That's
There's a lot of
700.
Jamaican
Okay,
going
Carbell
to
said
Japan.
700. It's even worse than I thought.
Yeah. That's what I tell you. It's not
That's why
70.
was
It was
70
what two? It's
percent.
two in
700.
fact.
That's crazy. That's a lot of teachers. Like I don't even know how to put across the point that I'm thinking about right now, because that's just wild.
But here's the flip side to what you're saying though, Vivid. Everybody leaving to get better paid, right?
Yeah.
Government has to then import people to do these jobs that they're leaving, right?
Yeah.
Government has to then pay them a commensurate rate that they're used to getting paid in their country, right? Which end up costing the government more, no?
It's so
When you could have,
stupid.
but here's the thing: them people that would them import, if a 50 of them in a one school, 50 of them in the school versus 100 Jamaican teachers, I bet you said that them 50 of them import get paid every month, and the Jamaican teachers don't get paid every month.
And it's sad, but it's true, because they
But
have
here's,
they consider them guests, and they have to maintain their guests.
it's not even that. Them people that understand the value of a contract. You don't pay me on time, I'm not working, and then because you violated my contract now, you're liable to pay me everything for that contractual period. Right?
I you know what? This generation of teenagers, I mean, based off of everything they see on TV and experience or whatever, they would much rather sit at home with their parents than work for trash, quite frankly. And I remember I had conversation with this guy, and I was like, oh my god, I really wish I was making more money or whatever. And he was like, oh, I could hire you. And I said, awesome, how much you paying me? And he told me, and I was like, oh, no thanks. And he was like, you just said that you want to make more money. I was like, that's not more money. I'm not working for that, quite frankly. And he's like, oh, what they love to do, oh, you know, a lot of people would die to have this salary. Actually, the only reason they would die to have that salary is because they really need that salary.
Yeah.
Not because that's what they want. And 6-figure Jamaican is not it. 6-figure Jamaican is not money.
Well, 6-figure Jamaican, if the first figure in the 6 is like a 4 or like a 5 or maybe like a 3 with a
Depends on
7
the
back
first
it.
figure.
Like if a 3 if the 3 is the first figure and like a 7 or 8 is the second figure, and that's after tax, then yeah man, it's money that.
Especially for after tax.
Yeah, no man, we only talk about after tax. We're not speaking about anything before tax.
Man, because boy,
Oh.
tax is a thing, brother.
Before tax don't mean nothing in a bridging car. When them worse if you're making that money, you talk income tax, education tax, NIS, NHT.
PAYE, Jesus, PAYE.
Man, you ever realize you get tax? You get like what, double or triple tax because you get tax before you get your salary. You get tax to draw the money from the ATM or to swipe your card, and you're paying GCT on everything that you pay for.
Yep.
Y'all need to move to a parish that does not have. Oh wait, those don't exist.
Lol.
Yo,
What?
you can
Yes, Panda.
just dash you, man.
I remember the first time PAYE slapped me. Me new to work. And me a kill overtime. I say yes.
Yeah, man.
Overtime money I got, yo, money I got tall. I
Nope.
tell you, say that Monday, the amount of hours I beat in a overtime because I just start work a call center. I just learn about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I make over 100 and add and a 30 grand PAYE. So I say, what the frig? 30 grand. Basically, I do all of my hours, extra
Jaja.
hours that when I work for gone.
Yup.
Yeah, that's the
Never
thing
do
with working
overtime
overtime.
again.
That's the
Never
thing
do
with working
overtime again.
overtime. Overtime just
Yo,
replace what them take from you.
yo,
You know,
they really said thank you for all your hard work, sir.
I'm telling
Thank
you,
no,
you.
overtime money.
Thank you for
but
your
no,
volunteer work.
but here's the thing now. You see, if overtime was paid, or it's supposed to be paid as an allowance and not as a part of your salary, it would make sense.
That's true.
Holiday
Oh,
pays the allowance.
Because
Holiday
if,
pays.
if you any allowance that you get, you can't get taxed on it. No, as in
oh,
it's
geez,
a legal
man.
requirement. You don't get paid. You don't get taxed on your allowance. You get taxed on your basic pay.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
then of course
good.
now
That's good. I
government.
like
No,
that.
hold on now.
Picasso.
But with the new thing now, they've taken out all your allowances and rolled everything into one.
And let me tell you something. One thing about Jamaica, one thing about the reason why Jamaicans will forever, like, the ones who understand and value will forever leave, is because industries, sectors like the government, they abuse their workers. They literally use and abuse their workers. I remember when I was working for the government, I was so proud of myself because I was working for the government. Like, that was a big deal to me. I thought I was the shit working for the government. You get me? I was going to Montego Bay, I was going to Negril, I was going to Ochi for meetings and stuff like that. Like, I felt like the shit.
Feel important.
You see, after my work for Wisinko, that is when I realized a little bit of my worth. Just a little bit. After I worked for Wisinko, and Wisinko asked me, like, oh, we might end up doing overtime next week. And I was like, okay, no problem. And the girl behind me asked how much is overtime pay, and then he said how much we were getting for overtime. I sat there so confused. I was like,
Overtime pay? What's that?
you get extra pay if you stay here after 5?
Yeah.
That's a thing, brother. When I was working for the government, I was there 10 p.m., 11 p.m.
No, you smoking crack.
4 or 5 hours after work because we had to work on graduation and stuff like that. I was
smoking crack.
They brought us to Montego Bay, right, where the graduation is, and I was graduating as well. So I was excited. I was getting driven to Montego Bay in style, right? I was so happy. The night before the graduation, I was at the graduation center up until almost 12 a.m. fixing the cards, fixing the decorations, and I was graduating. So even after all of that, I had to go back to my hotel, bathe everything, and get ready to be a part of graduation. After all of that, what?
Style pay bills?
Dog, I wish.
Style pay? No, style pay bills. That shit not flying. I have never ever worked anywhere because I worked with government before and I've done a couple private sector contracts. I have never ever worked overtime if it not getting paid and if the rate is not what I think it's worth. I'm gonna tell you no.
But notice what I said in the beginning. I did not know any better, and I did not know any better until I worked for Wisinko. When Wisinko, I tell people this all the time. If Wisinko actually paid money, I would have still been with Wisinko. I love Wisinko. I think Wisinko is such a great company to work for because it's like a family environment. I feel comfortable. Everybody around me feel comfortable, except the really bad mind females. But other than them, we just feel genuinely comfortable. Brother, this one lady used to come to me about my skirt. Even when I wear a long dress, she tell me that it's too tight. I'm like,
men always try to find a problem. No offense, but when you work
with
women,
it's true. You don't have to say no offense. It's true.
And put a bag of man for work together. Only thing them all cost about their money. But if you put a bag of woman for work together, problem.
No. The man will complain. So your clocks are fresh like mine. But then after that, like a 5-minute styling, then it done. we're excited.
It's not even an argument.
Wisinko was so funny because so there was the factory part of Wisinko where there's only men working in there, and I think they were the closest of everybody. All of the men them are working at the factory, and the one of them have a shitty nickname for each other. One of them called Toilet Man because in the day at the bathroom a shit, and somebody did come and catch him. Like the bathroom was flushing, and then them go call one bag of people, and everybody a laugh off him. Toilet man, clog up the toilet. You get me? And like, there's just a certain unity when it comes to men, cause men know say, all right, we are play, we are have fun, we are work, and we just get it done. We are make money, whatever. Like females will sit down across each other. Them not go like them a go give you a nickname, but not to your face. Not to your face. Them and the one of them friend, I could call you the nickname what them have here, but them not gonna say it to your face. They're just gonna smile to your face. Oh, Jessica, welcome in, good morning. And them hate you like a dose of poison. So, I agree with that.
I honestly hate working with or below women because it's just problem. I hate the problem. Like sometimes I just want to go work and just go home without you
and it just be
having a problem. I had a manager, you know, that she literally had a problem because I came in one morning and I didn't tell her good morning. Me and her did have to fuss over that. She wanted to document me in subordination because of the fact that I was not treating her a certain way. And I'm like, yo, miss, me come here for work, me not come here to be friend with nobody.
Exactly.
But
she writes it off as disrespect, right?
Basically, but I didn't. I tell her, I say if she gonna give me that documentation, she have to go give me it in the HR office. I'm not sign that in front of you. You have to go bring HR involved with this. Because I was just dumb. But anytime you say me I get a woman manager, oh, thank you.
That's felt. That's absolutely felt. But okay, wait. I did have questions here. Does brain gain exist? That's an interesting question. Does brain gain?
Very interesting.
Well, I wasn't talking about first world country. I'm talking about for Jamaica. Yeah, I mean, you do have a lot of white people who come here. I mean, it's really like, can you consider it brain gain? Because they do come here, they buy a house, they start a business. They send the money out of country.
No. I wouldn't call that brain gain. That's just straight up capitalism. That's how that works. Rich people go to poor places.
I wouldn't call that brain gain either. Because the thing is that you'd have to be getting persons to come here to put their intellect to use here. Starting a business here don't really mean jack squat, and then a lot of them, when they come here, they're gonna bring in external workers with them.
I just thought about something that just pissed me off, and I just wanted to say it. That's all. Like, I just want to say this. Did you guys know that I can't remember his name? Damn. This white guy who bought quite a few things in Jamaica, he just bought Fort Clarence. Fort Clarence, that is for family, that is for enjoyment. And Fort Clarence is no longer $300 to enter, but $1,000 to enter. If he was gonna bring it from $300 to $500, cool. $300 to $700, that's kind of steep. $300 to $1,000. This man changed the entry fee to Fort Clarence to $1,000. And it's not even like a great beach. It's just there. It's just convenience. But at the same time, there's a beach beside it for $2
Jamaica isn't owned by Jamaicans.
It's what named the
Guardian Group. Yeah, I remember Jamaica is very much so for sale.
Yo, for real.
If you can afford it, you can have it.
Did you know that?
So is it the port owned by the Chinese? Jamaica port owned by the Chinese?
Jamaica ports? I'm not sure. Probably.
Pretty sure it's owned by the Chinese.
At this point, you can say yes.
Yo, for real.
You guys are talking about what's owned
Let
by
them
who.
take low.
You know what I feel is the biggest. It's just the biggest example of how everything is just set up. Like, do you guys remember when the government was planning this big project for this the central park in downtown to build up a centralized government office there where they can put all of the government offices? Didn't
I
that
don't
get
remember.
any? Well, that's one of Hero Circle. They want stability in Hero Circle. I'm forgetting the names of places as the longer I stay away from Jamaica. It's actually sad. But
Jaja.
anyway, it's Hero Circle. And that just got me thinking. Don't you realize that the government is paying rent to run the government in Jamaica? None of the places where the government offices, the tax
It's
offices,
depressing.
the house of this, the house of that, like it's absurd. They're paying rent to stay there. And you know, because every election where one side lose and the other side win, and them need for move out, the place just start getting run down.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a JLP office up in Ligani area. I can't remember. I never knew it was a JLP office until them get back in the power, because it was just a place to rent and it's rented exclusively for government. So if the JLP is not in power, them not rent it to nobody else, I guess. So that just go for show you to how much money they're probably paying to rent out some of these places. And that's where your taxes are going, is just to keep them paying rent so that them can keep you paying taxes.
That's facts.
So I found it. The white guy, Kenneth Benjamin, who owns Guardsman, bought Fort Clarence. Yeah, it's him.
It's not just Fort Clarence him own.
I know, but he bought Fort Clarence this year, and brother. So it's
not this year.
I just found the article. I have to search for it back. I was literally just okay. Well, anyways, so it's literally I went to Fort Clarence the other day, and the only cars in the parking lot was Benz and Prados and BMWs and all that shit. Like what he's doing, or what it looks like he's doing, is he's making Fort Clarence for, I don't want to say uptown people. I don't know how to put it.
Higher class.
But yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's what he's doing. And then another beach, I think it was the Bob Marley beach, that's no longer open to the public. Like, how are you going to be taking away these beaches and just saying that they're no longer available to the public? Like, we literally live here, and that's another reason why people are just leaving.
Yeah, but that article, the developers for that area, they said that they did not buy the beach. They did not restrict access to it. They've taken a part of it as is given to them under their contract, but they have not told the people that they can't go onto the beach. And they've also offered them additional acreage elsewhere to move their houses if they so desire. It's not a case where they just lock them out of the beach completely.
But I never said that they did that. I never said that they locked them out completely. But either way, if they did or if they did not, I don't think it's right for them to be doing shit like this. Why is it that America's beaches are free? America's shitty ass fucking beaches.
Jamaica's beaches are free too. It's actually a legal issue where building property or owning beachfront property. It's actually not legal, but people with money get away with it in Jamaica.
You can own beachfront property, but here's the thing: the legal aspect of it is that you can't own the beach itself.
That's what I mean. When I say beachfront property, I mean the beach. I don't mean 50 kilometers off the beach.
Just like how you like, alright, when you're at your yard, you know that your aspect of the property doesn't actually stop at your wall. The sidewalk is actually not owned by you. You're actually supposed to build
I don't think anybody knows that. I don't think anybody thinks that they own the sidewalk.
No, there are people I've seen people who build them wall right to the road and don't leave no sidewalk.
That's absolute ignorance.
Dig up the sidewalk and tile the sidewalk. Tile the sidewalk. The audacity.
But really and truly, as a legal thing, you're supposed to have access to every beach, regardless of whether there's a hotel on it or if there's a villa on it or whatever.
And everybody.
The problem is that What people do is that them say to you say, oh well, I build my house here, so since I own the land that is adjacent to the beach, I'm going to just tell you that I own the beach and nothing no go so. Really and truly, you can walk past and nobody can say nothing to you.
I
But
mean,
because
that's
of how
true.
But the
Jamaica
thing is,
is,
they do say something to you.
They
The
say
thing
if
is,
you
they
start,
do say something to you because you try walking along the coast of some of these hotel resorts without passes and stuff like that, and see if somebody not come check you.
yeah, they
That
might come
part.
check it, but
or
legally
if you're
they can't
parking on
say
public,
anything to you. The only thing they can say is that you can't walk into the hotel or utilize anything, but they can't legally they can't stop you from using the beach. But just like regular people who don't know the rules that the laws that apply to them when police stop them, if people didn't know that, nobody couldn't tell me say if you can't go hedonism on them place to go walk on the beach.
Bro,
You know
people
that's
do
true.
know that.
Yeah.
People do know that. And the law is as you say it is. But the difference is when you actually step foot on these places that are so called private beaches, what you're talking about is a complete different experience from what actually happens. Because people will come to you, they will harass you, they will threaten to call security on you, they will force you to leave.
You know
Whether
if you,
it is
you know if you
constitutional
don't
or
leave,
not, whether it's legal or not, they will.
you know
It
if you
happens.
know if you don't leave though, them and police come for you. The most them can do is the police remove you and then you carry them go court. Because
I
if you
mean,
check
who's
out,
gonna do that though? And
if
I'm
you go
not
out
saying it
to
hasn't happened, but who's gonna do that? You go,
honestly,
you left your yard to go
honestly,
enjoy the beach so you can go to a court, so you can go have a court case on
alright,
the offside eyes.
I mean,
do you
that's
know that,
true.
there's a quote unquote private beach in St. Thomas by license that is supposedly owned by Yui. It is right beside the quote unquote public beach, and there's a fence that Yui has put down there. So if you walk around that fence, the most them can tell you say you is that them don't want you to walk around there. They cannot put you out as long as you don't interfere with the trees that are on the land and you don't interfere with the Yui building. Once you're on the beach itself, them can't tell you nothing.
All I'm saying is from the dawn of social media, ever since you start from WhatsApp days when people are sending around video alone from WhatsApp, and that's the only thing you know what going on in Jamaica. Is I've seen situations where people get bullied and pushed off of beaches, and that's something that's been a constant. So even if, and yes, they definitely can and probably have put it to court, the reality of the situation is people are still getting bullied off the beaches. It's probably worth more to these hotels to pay the legal suit and pay the legal all of these things and keep the poor black people off of the beaches and keep the tourists in their little tourist bubble that they paid for. Because one tourist will come and spend 200-300K easy. If you have a $50,000 lawsuit because you remove some black Jamaican off the beach, that's that. Like they'll pay that. Good deal. As far as they're concerned. You have to remember them consider the locals inconvenience.
That
Jamaica
part.
is an asset and the locals are like people getting in the way.
and again, it goes back to the government again.
The government gets their part. I talk about the government don't care. The government cares very much that they get their part.
No, being in
We
a
need,
sense
what
that the
we need to do
government
is
don't care.
just that show
No,
them
I
hotel business, yeah.
no, I'm saying that it's what did you
That
say?
wouldn't be
The government
smart.
does not
Yeah, it
care
wouldn't.
that
Oh, for
we
real?
get removed off the
As much
beach.
as there's a lot
Hold
of
on, wait a
issues
minute,
with it.
hold on. I'll go say something.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was saying that it is a fact that the government does not care that we ourselves are getting removed off of the beaches. Locally born Jamaicans getting removed off of the beaches. That's what I'm saying. They get their pay from the hotels and whatsoever, right? But at the same time, when if something happens to
What
us locals, we are removed
do you mean that
completely.
for the hotel
Is dog
business
low
then?
for anybody else?
Hotel hotel is probably
Yeah,
the
it's very
saving
low.
grace of Jamaica.
Exactly.
This
The
a
economy
surge.
of Jamaica
How many?
heavily depends
I have
on
a
tourism.
question. How many of
No,
you
the
were
mental
actually? How many of you
illness.
were actually in Jamaica during COVID?
Me, I was in
Well, I
Jamaica.
was there when it
All
started.
right,
I was
cool.
in and out of Jamaica during COVID.
All right, cool. Let me tell you this. I want you to know that there's a record number of tourists in the country during that period, and a lot of them never spent their time in hotels. A lot of them spend their times amongst the locals. And how do I know this? Because I spent that the first summer of COVID touring the island. I had a couple friends, and we literally spent like a night or 2 nights for like about 2 or 3 weeks in a different guest room or hostel or whatever in Jamaica. And as we left, somebody else forward. It was cheaper than a hotel, so lit, and there was a better experience. So the Airbnb and all of these things, you didn't even have to go through Airbnb, but the local industry of tourism was booming. You had a bunch of hotels laying off people, but yet still little people them who have them house and say, we rent off half side of the house for 2 nights and whatever, they were making money. And if
The
we were
tourism,
if that was able to be done on a better managed scale, you'd give the hotels a run for their money. Because a lot of people, even though they come to the hotels and whatever, they pay for the Jamaican experience. And a lot of them would pay more money to stay in a house with a local Jamaican family than they would to stay in a hotel as long as it was safe.
I would honestly say that that still didn't prove anything in terms of tourism, because the reason the tourism, I wouldn't say the tourism sector or tourism was booming for Jamaica. Tourism was just booming for the local people who are fortunate enough to be in the area of where tourists are,
Yep.
right?
True.
The tourism sector
That part.
suffered a great loss because of COVID, because these tourists were going to these local people to stay at their places and give them a little chum change in their case,
So
to stay however amount of nights there than going to a hotel, which by guidelines had to like minimize how much people them take into the place. And because of all of this COVID thing, the tourism sector lost a whole
So
lot of
I
money.
realize that you're looking at the tourism sector as the quote-unquote formal sector that is going to encompass the nice hotels, the 4 or 5 star hotels
I
that are
mean,
on the north coast or
Are
Ochi.
we
I'm
not
looking
gonna
at
talk about the fact that Jamaica was on a list for like the most dangerous place to go during COVID for months?
exactly,
Are you guys gonna
I
like
was just
pretend that was
waiting for a break.
nothing?
I was just waiting for a break to say you have to remember that the reason that these hotels exist primarily and tourists flock to them because tourists do genuinely prefer the authentic Jamaican experience. But you have to remember, say Jamaica is not a safe place. I was
That's
watching a video this Andrew Tate character himself said he would
Hmm.
never come back to Jamaica. The man came here and got robbed.
good,
Jamaica is not a
good,
safe place.
yes, good.
Wait, the Andrew Tate,
Deserve that.
you've been here horrible.
Kind of deserved it.
yeah, talk about the Andrew Tate who
I mean,
said
I
that
thought it was a
everybody
funny
has to
story
send
still.
and how
That
this
the man
and that.
come here and
Andrew
get
full
robbed,
of
yo.
stories.
Never
The
due
man
rate
came
for
in and got
disrespect the
robbed.
country still, but
They-
yeah,
I
they deserve
feel like Andrew getting robbed is not because Jamaica is dangerous. It's because certain people need to face their karma in life. The end.
I hope you don't get any karma.
Exactly, because when you say about the little 12-year-old girl, them all get them head chop off. Like, Jamaica's a mad
I am
place.
not
No,
talking about
no,
them. Oh my god, don't make it dark. I was just talking about Andrew.
no.
I was just talking about
Yo,
Andrew.
But
You just don't
Just,
like the top G because he's the top G.
just that little
Yeah,
side.
Of
she
course
had
he would.
disrespect the
Of
top
course
G,
he'd be the
so
top G to somebody like you.
People, not this top G.
Man,
leave the top G alone,
Is he
man.
Alito?
top
What
G.
up, G?
as him owner so-called
Andrew Tate
Bugatti.
for president. Come on.
Andrew
I
Tate
would
for
Who
love
said
president,
that a
honestly.
while ago?
that happen.
Who said that a while ago? Listen to
I
me.
said it. I'ma say it with my chest.
Okay, alright, that's great.
I hope Logan Paul
I'm
knock
just,
him out.
oh my god, why am I can't do this right now? Alright, bye. There. Who else want to say it? Who else? Who else? My hand up on the trigger. Who else?
Who affect Andrew
I
again?
said
Who affect
Andrew
Logan RG?
Tate for president.
Bye, Sharon.
So,
I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all.
Wait,
We're
who
not doing
affect
this.
Andrew again? Who's
We're
fighting
not doing
Andrew?
this.
Logan RG.
Jay,
I think they're both dumb, but the one that's more dumb to me is Jake.
What, because him a go fight Andrew?
Well, I used to think that Logan was hot, so I
what you
can't even be
driver?
mad
What
at
you
him.
driver?
Logan grew up.
What
That
you
was his
drive?
thing.
What you drive?
Listen,
By the way.
listen. I used
Logan,
to love Logan so much, and then one day him just post a dead body on him YouTube, but I was just like, Jaja, brother, like why you do that, dog?
Everybody makes
why you do that, dog?
Logan was immature and then he kind of grew out at that stage, you know. So that's
He
why I'm kind of
needed that.
rating him.
He needed that for his story. He needed that.
Oh,
Jake does not want to grow up, and that's his problem.
that's facts. That's absolute facts.
That's why everybody hates Jake.
And I don't think he ever will grow up, and that's fine. I mean, everybody is different.
I'm
Well,
dying to
until
see
them
him
man
on
they give me
KSI
some
fight.
money for putting on my pocket.
Yo, dead
Me not
ass.
care.
But at the
Give
same
me some
time,
of my money.
I'm asking right now, who remembers the time when Jamaica was on full lockdown, but there was a cruise ship entering Jamaica
Yeah, I
at
was
that same
just going to
time?
bring that up to you know. We weren't allowed to go on our own beaches, but yet find people that enjoy with natural resources, and we
I
they are locked
mean,
in.
have you guys seen
I
the
think honestly,
prices? Have you guys seen cruise prices, dog? Me gonna need to
Uh,
see the beach there. Even if it kill me, me gonna need to see the beach there.
That's a good point
yo,
here.
Dog. Yo,
I was
there is
never on a
no
lot.
way. I'm sorry. Like I get the point, but there's no way they were about to refund so much people so much freaking money, all because them couldn't go Jamaica. It's gonna happen. It's
And
gonna happen.
let me say this. Them not
I
gonna
was
make
a
that much
tourist.
money from Jamaican people anyway, because Jamaican people are gonna want a discount. And if them not get the discount, them not go. So
That part.
Well, I was a tourist in during the COVID season. I never have it quarantine. Them never there watch me. I flashed my Canadian passport. Not Canadian passport, my driver's license. I'm there talk decent. Them never watch me. Any police stop me. Me just say me a Canadian, them never care. It was like any club me going on, they didn't even question me. And I was like,
so I can definitely attest to
that's
that.
the first world privilege that we're working so hard for right there.
Yo, like
Yup.
I said to everybody,
I can attest to that
I was never under
because
lockdown.
when
never
when I was a part of that gaming group that I was a part of, because we had tourists with us, we got stopped by police because we were on our way to Ochi from Kingston, and the minute they realized that it was a bus full of Americans, they just told us to go along our merry way. So we didn't have to explain shit to them. And like Jason said, that's that privilege that that you guys are working towards. Good job, guys.
Brother, I never get stopped by nobody, and I was never under lockdown. Went where I wanted to go all hours of the night.
I've been here for
Yeah,
3
I
years.
saw that
American accent.
long before COVID, long before lockdown, long before all of that stuff. I saw that pretty long time because even just the licensing. If you have a U.S. driver's license or as Trey saying a Canadian driver's license, you will never get another ticket in your life in Jamaica. Never. Them can't bother.
Yeah, I mean, and
do what it might take to give you a ticket. Them can't bother.
I used to the thing about it is that sometimes they will give you the ticket and you'll go to court and they'll go, ah, fuck, you're American? Alright, never mind, don't worry about it. And just dash out your case.
That's what I'm saying. You're not losing any money. And even if you have, even if the only way you can pay that ticket, is go to the tax office and give them actual cash, because the thing that they use online, it has to be a Jamaican driver's license number entered in. You can't even pay the ticket if they give you a ticket based off of your American license.
That's crazy. I didn't know that
It's
part.
amazing.
Oh, that's especially stupid, because I was trying to pay a ticket for somebody and they told me that because I didn't have the physical paper, I had to pay it online. And when I told him, he said he doesn't have the physical paper either. He just has the paper, the slip, like scanned. So he can't pay it online either. He can't pay it online and he can't pay it in person. I'm trying to figure out how they expect him to pay then, cause that don't make no sense. That no matters.
They don't. They expect to go to court, and when they send to go to court, they're going to increase the money, and you have to pay it on the day. That's how it go work.
No, actually, they usually reduce the money when you go to court.
Regine, not all the time.
To incentivize you paying it faster.
Not all the time. The other day, I went to traffic court.
Of course you did. I expect that.
Leave it shut up. Cool. Going speeding like twice the speed limit is not. Anyway, the point is that this brother going in the people them court and plead guilty with explanation, right? Explain something that made sense. The man literally was told, like, he was coming down to Jack's Hill. He was told that, yo, him headlight out. The man said, ah, cool. He's pulling into the gas station to buy the bulb to change it. and a policeman stop him and ticket him right there. So the
Yeah.
man bring one of the man them from the gas station and say, yo, yeah, we saw him. He was coming to buy the bulb. And you know, say, I think it was alright, let's just arguably say it was like a $2,000 ticket. The judge tell the man, say, yo, you go pay them $8,000. And I was like, yo, how that makes sense? How you move from 2 to 8? Especially the fact that him have evidence people who not in the vehicle with him.
Can I say something? Can I say something? A lot of these stories exist, and trust me, there is a possibility that they're real and everything. But what we tend to not realize is Jamaican police don't like backchat, them don't like backsass, and them don't like people who feel like them better than them. So okay, no, for real. So the ticket may be a certain amount, and then feel like you give them attitude, then feel like you talk to them too hard, and they will make your life a living hell.
Vivid. Yeah. That was the police star supposed to tell you the other day. Going to downtown for fireworks one year. I was with my goddaughter, my sister, and our Regine, and police stopped the car. Right now, we're driving, and you can see a marked squad car turn out in front of us, and an unmarked car come up behind us. Yeah. I see everybody jump out of them car, so I'm like, cool, police. Them don't say nothing to me as an adult in the back with my goddaughter. Them talk to the driver alone. So them talk to the driver, them shine light on the car and thing. Turn on the windows because I'm not driving, so I don't business.
Me as
them
fuck.
Them search the driver. Them search my sister. Them realize I'm in the back of the vehicle with my goddaughter. And I'm like, him say evening. So you know me with my face, I say, evening. I needed to step out of the car. I said, why? We're doing a spot check. You never tell me nothing. You talk to the driver. Warm to me. There are 3 adults in the car. The man say, alright, cool. We're doing a spot check here. I say, okay. I step out of the car. The man say, yo, I gotta search him. I say, no, you can't search me. Him say, why I can't search you? You don't have no reason to search me. Man say, but we're doing a check. I say, here what happened. Your force orders say that if you're going to search anybody, you need to let us know why. You need to let me know that there is a vehicle matching this description that is supposedly doing things and you're searching for whatever. The man decide there's a constable from Doheny Park police station to this day who hates my guts because I took his badge number and I make one I'm squaddy come tell him say yo I true me I tell because he wants to search my bag. Bear in mind I had my butterfly knife in there amongst other blades and I never have no ID on me.
That not safe.
And I also had my lawyer on speed dial because I was like, yo, this brother, him go lose him badge tonight. And the man vexed when him tell me when him realized that him can't search my bag and him could not search me. Him search everything else, him search the car, but him couldn't search me for nothing. Alright? I don't take chat from police on purpose. You have to, if you don't work within your own rules, you're not gonna catch me.
I don't believe in like disrespecting police. And I also don't believe in making them walk all over you. You have to know the sweet spot. Because sometimes
I don't take down good police.
I feel like
I don't have the time and patience, to be honest. Like you want to search, no problem. Just search.
That's me telling me. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, I was saying these days, especially as a black young man, I go for the path of least resistance. If, as in your case, I had a butterfly net, I used to collect that stuff as well, and I knew I had something, then to protect my own interests, I would, toe the line and be like, oh, you need suspicion, you need reasonable cause and blah, 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 and then you throw the books at them to protect yourself. But if you know, say you're good, path of least resistance when it come on to police, what you want, here you go, on my way.
So I had a decent amount of weed on me one night, and I got stopped by the police. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I just flirted. I just flirted until they let me go. Because I'm like, because if there was any way this nigga searched my van, first of all, I think it's ridiculous that there's still a certain amount of weed that you can carry around. Like, this is Jamaica, that's ghetto. But
what's the legal amount?
I don't remember. But it wasn't.
The point is, it only works out to be one spliff. That's all it works out.
Exactly. That's so stupid, though, right? Isn't that so dumb?
To me, one spliff is like
the first thing.
$1,000.
Anyways, this man he was shining his light in the car. Asked if
$1,000 for one spliff now.
No. It depends on where you go, cause. Alright,
brother, I'm not paying $2,000 for no split. You must say mad.
Oh no. I'm saying
the man said $1,000.
Me buy a toast bag and that would normally
that's a big stash. That's a big stash.
I'm gonna tell you.
They even passed that law was because
that's gonna get you in jail.
Exactly.
Brother,
I know this because we literally know the person. Like the day they kill the person, we sell the person bread. I loaf of bread and then buy a couple of 2 hours later, I'm say shoot him, kill him over 50 bucks.
Brother, it's not when I talk about something a big head spliff, it's more like a ziggy. Something like that. You can't.
Yo, can I just say that I took weed for granted when I was in Jamaica? Because when I left Jamaica for the first time and I was gone for months, I was really trying to get some weed, and I'm not like a weed person. I'm not a weed head. I don't have to smoke every day, but like every now and then I need a little something to help me out. You get me? Please tell me why a bag this big is $50. $50.
Where were you purchasing that?
50, South Carolina, where it's
exactly.
Yeah, but like
economic supply and demand.
Bro, when my cousin came to Jamaica, and she's from Chicago.
Economics don't make no sense too.
My cousin, she's from Chicago. When she came down to Jamaica, she wanted to buy weed, and I was like, all right, no problem. I went to the corner shop to buy the weed, and she took out like $10,000. I was like, where are you going with so much money? I need half of one of them $1,000 there. I'm gonna take it and buy her a nice fat bag of weed, and she couldn't believe. Brother, she FaceTime our sister, our cousin, our brother, our uncle, our best friend cousin. She kept FaceTiming people like, guys, look at this. This was less than $10. Like, them something they're not normal.
One pipe and chambers laying weed. Big up on yourself.
Yeah, I was saying about the supply and demand thing earlier in like I feel fully that the weed thing is either just lack of Jamaica being lack of trying to go anywhere and do anything and actually start out those policies, or it's an actual control mechanism, because it's not no supply and demand.
It's not.
Firing up way more weed and way better quality weed than what they
okay, hey, not way better quality. Abroad is the trashiest weed I've ever had in my entire life. Actual garbage. Garbage.
Vivid stuff. We're not arguing with him about this, because we know that it's garbage him talking.
Yeah.
This time we're not arguing with that one. Him can run with it, because that not make no sense.
Yeah, there's literally no sense in that. And if you ask like people who come here, when they come here, they always say, I've never heard anybody say, I can get better weed abroad. They always say this is the best weed they've ever had.
People come here to get what we have to mix it with their strains, right?
No.
I'm not asking you that. I have a biomed person who literally blends her own weed and sells her strains. So me not argue that one. That one, yeah, you can keep your opinion to yourself. This one is facts.
Like I said it, man. Come at me. But the fact is about weed is you can measure it. You can measure how good it is on paper, the quantity of THC.
Internet helping me. I'm telling you. That apparently, because I can't believe him say that all time out though.
Never smoke real Jamaican
Virgin, like I literally know people who see. I know people.
I moved him to music because his camera was doing things. I'm gonna move it back. It should fix it.
But honestly, Vivid,
there you go.
Don't to Sebastian. Me and you know Sebastian. He has some good.
Right up, Vivid. If you smoke weed, you're supposed to know about arching.
You're not give it the mind.
You talk about a UTech?
No, there's everybody. Archie is like a brand.
Oh.
When I did first hear about Archie Weed, I used to think he was a person. Like, but it's not one
Yeah.
person. Archie Weed is like a brand. Like, the problem with Archie Weed is that the one by you, the back of Utech, he used to soak him weed in coke water. That's the problem.
What?
Yeah, man.
You're
It was
lying.
in coke. I am not. I am very serious. The man, weed was in coke water.
That's not the
You look
man.
so worried, Vivid.
I never had any. I never had any. It's just a scary thought.
Yeah, that's why I don't anybody will buy weed from them, because that's how people get mad.
It never mad me, but when I find out I start by Archie Weed, I can tell you that.
Yeah, them something that I don't like them some them because them something that I know people were mad out, mad people because of them something.
The universe didn't want me to tell the truth.
The university when you talk fucker for the people them can't
Exactly. Exactly.
Just think of it as just
The universe wanted me to keep the secret weed kush for myself.
Brother, no. Just stop.
Shub.
Just stop.
Wait.
I can admit that.
I had a discussion with the Lord, the Master of the Universe, and I'll let you guys have this one.
Reginald, whatever you're smoking, stop it. Stop it right now, because it's not good for your brain.
And not even weed them in probably smoke, probably just dry grass or something.
You know, like them country youth them.
I can't vape in my top mouth.
I'm vaping?
I
wonder.
He's a vapor. Understood.
I'm vaping now.
Why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say
I'm not gonna let smoke inside.
Boo.
I don't know why you do this to me still. But no. I was saying about the actual measurement of the quality and like the density of THC and the places that are actually doing it. Yes, of them. I've never seen that kind of weed come out of Jamaica.
No comment. Anyways, let's move the topic onto something else.
Right. You know what? Vivid, remind me now, please, I go check with that person and bring actual document and research come flinging at a youth face. Come at that fuckery.
But you can do that. Alright.
Hold on, watch this.
Vivid.
Simple.
Sir.
It's just
Do you remember the guy who used to live here? The guy who I made a music video for and all that foolishness.
Yes.
Do you remember that guy?
Yes, I do remember
He's
that guy.
on tour right now. And do you remember
Wait,
the
he's
Juno
on tour
that was
singing
here?
his own music?
Singing his own music and singing other people's music and playing like anyway, he's doing all of that stuff across California right now. Some of the best weed in the world is coming out of California from Jamaican people. And it's not like I want to big up these places and not big up Jamaica. Any opportunity I get for big up Jamaica, I take it.
Okay, but can I ask you a question though?
What?
When did he leave Jamaica?
My cousin?
Yes.
He's been on and off from...
Yeah, but when did he leave? Jamaica?
He's never officially left. He was in Jamaica like 2 weeks ago. He's always been back and forth.
That's still not answering my question. But it's fine. Alright, cool. I'm gonna let you
What
have
do you
your
mean,
point.
man?
It's okay, don't worry about it. It's okay. Also, before I forget, I just made a banner and a logo for this channel, so guys, refresh your page, go look at it. I'm very proud of myself. Look at me being a hashtag content creator, hashtag logo maker, hashtag digital designer. Hire me.
What are you using?
On what, YouTube?
What are you using to like stream the podcast right now, or the live call? Is it just straight through Twitch?
OBS.
So how come you don't have like a background thing?
Because I don't want one.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really think that I needed one, because what tends to happen is people tend to fill up the space regardless. It just feel like a waste of time to do all of that extra shit. But if I wanted to, I could.
Okay.
Yeah, I could.
Extra shit.
You what?
We appreciate you extra. I'm saying we, like me personally. Let's not talk about that. We, as the community that supports Vivid Queen, appreciate the shit. No,
No, what? Whatever. Alright, are we done talking about brain drain? I don't think I have anything else to say about it other than rest in peace, Jamaica's economy.
yeah, Jamaica's economy will never recover.
Yeah,
Wanna
it's
try
just getting worse.
migrate there? Wanna try
No,
migrate?
because I spoke about it earlier.
On a whole.
I spoke about it earlier. I can't even. I don't even know why he thought this was okay, but I'm still stuck on the fact that Andrew Holness went on a whole interview, explained that not enough Jamaican young people want to work in Jamaica, not enough are actually going for jobs, and then he follows it up with, we're going to go into the lower class communities and encourage them to get jobs. It's like, sir, if you increase the pay, you're going to get a lot of people who want to work. Well, not a lot of, but you get people who actually are willing to work for these not as shitty paychecks.
You know,
But it's
I'm
the fact that they want us
You know, I'm
Jamaica
disagree.
Why you disagree?
Hold
Tell
on.
me.
Alright,
Wait. Before I
Because
say something, Sherry. Wait, Sherry. Can I just
yeah,
wanna like be sure what you're saying. You're saying you disagree with what exactly?
if Andrew raises the pay rate, more people go. Well, most of the people go just want to get jobs.
I never said most. I said more people.
More. Well, yeah, more, most.
Let's even say most. You disagree with that? You think if pay went up significantly in Jamaica, people still wouldn't want to work?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure that's what you said. Go on, defend your point. May I listen?
That's one point, Mel. And that's basically scamming is a lucrative business.
I'm done.
It's a lucrative business. I cannot
I'll be back shortly.
Mocha
Okay.
does not have the amount of resources that they actually need to stop or at least reduce scamming to a decent percentage.
But can I just say that
what you
scamming has
fundamentally
nothing to
say-
do with that?
Well, I know, and I'm not talking from experience, but let's just say you have some people in some areas where Mocha can't reach, and all we need is a banger phone. Then why would I work when I can get 2,000 USD a month? I just need one client. There's
part.
even some amount.
That part.
I need
Are you
one
done?
client. Yeah.
Hold on. I can just give 1 point before you go on, Jason. One quick point.
Well, yeah, say it.
Mocha has resources. CTOC has resources. Combine that together, plus the Jamaica Cyber Incident Response Team, there are more than enough resources to do it. Them just not working together.
Them are utilizing.
Can we? You know what? You know what? Nobody's talking about. You know nobody's talking about. Nobody's talking about the fact that alright, scamming is cool, scamming is hip, everybody's scamming. Nobody's talking about the fact that there are scammers every year that are getting caught and they're getting sentenced not in Jamaica, in America. Their first flight in their entire life is to Jamaica to go to court, to go to jail. So let's talk about that. So scamming, okay, cool, you're making a bad 2,000. You can make more than that by not scamming, 1, and 2, you scam, but there's consequences. There's consequences. Don't let nobody tell you say scamming is less hours.
No, hold on, guys. May I hand back the floor to Jason? Can we interrupt him point? Please take the floor, sir. Me that both attack Cherry about them nana resources.
I mean, we have to remember she's from Montego Bay.
What I'm getting though, Cherry, is that you're fundamentally saying that people, our Jamaican people, would rather criminality than like actual honest means of living, even if they had the option. That's really what me get what you're saying.
Yes,
that's
especially media and the influence of the uneducated. That is the part that
coming from deep within you personally, and you should probably like talk to somebody professional about that.
I mean, she is from Montego Bay. I'm just saying, guys.
I'm talking because out of frustration. I'm not talking because I agree with you.
At the end of the day,
Mike, let's
the plane just landed with the coke.
just say in
Wap, 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 wap,
analysis
wap, 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 yeah.
circle or
I
you
wish
call
I
it
that.
the root
I've been
the
away.
root the
That's,
root I
you know what's so sad about
my
that? I know you just tried a while ago,
wait,
but
no
it's two
I
different.
did.
It's
It
two
was
different.
actually tough.
It's two different songs,
Different
but it's
songs,
okay.
two
I'm
different
gonna give
songs.
it to you. It's fine.
the root that I'm just trying to say when I see people go down, people where I don't know personally and people where I know
Finally.
friend them know
I know,
personally.
I kind of know your struggle and I know what you're going through right now. And because I don't want you to lose your opportunity to get PR, may I beg you shut up? To your own.
No, me can't opportunity to get there.
I mean, she's been here
Your
since
words
high
are
school, so I
supporting
feel like she's
scam.
good to go, right? You know.
But
Years.
that makes it worse. That's even worse if you're there since high school and you don't get it.
Huh? No, that's because I wanted to go to university and whatever. My mom wanted me to.
Uh,
Yeah.
Listen to your mother. I wish we did have a mother to tell me sensible things.
Oh,
Yo, dead ass. I mean, no offense
she's
to my parents,
you know what
but
35,000 could I do for me?
Eh?
She did
first of all, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself.
no,
Like,
my
don't
money
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love my
me
mother.
go feel. You must see
Let's
mad.
talk about that. Let's talk about that. Here's an interesting question. Because I love my parents.
Me too.
But based off of how much things I personally had to figure out on my own in life,
Same.
based on the mindset that I personally have versus what I know my parents' mindset would want me to be. Like if I was the perfect version of what they wanted me to be versus who I am and what I'm trying to be. Quite frankly, to put it the simplest way is I would look down on what they want me to be. I think my version of what I want to be is more ambitious, and I think the skill sets and the place I am in life, I'm better off than what they're expecting. Let me get to the actual question. Who feel like they were kind of like shortchanged on their parents?
But okay, you gotta be specific. What do you mean shortchanged?
Like based off of where you want to be in life. Like close your eyes and envision where you want to be in life. And based off of what your parents would probably want you to be in life. Not knowing what you want to be. So it's not like they wanted you to be a teacher and you end up saying, oh, you want to be a doctor. And they're like, oh, yeah, actually go for the doctor thing. Let's say they didn't know anything that you wanted to be in life. Did their guidance lead you in the direction that you want to go?
No.
That's the simplest thing I can put
Not
the question.
even, not
No
even in the
guidance whatsoever.
slightest. And
I don't know.
the thing is, like, I
Alright,
know
but
myself to be more fortunate than other people. In a sense where I am one of the few who have both parents in my life, who live with both parents. You get me? Like, I grew up in a house with a mother and a father. So I know that I'm lucky in that
What's
sense.
that like?
But
Oh, for real.
Yeah, what's it like?
Jason, what's it like,
Yeah.
Jason?
Yeah, I also had both parents growing up. And let me tell you, the grass is not green anywhere, okay? The grass sucks
No,
because
Well, it's
there's
green.
no.
I would assume it's greener than
It's,
Greener.
my land, but
no,
it's greener. It might not
no.
be
let me
all that
tell
Let
you,
me
let
tell
me tell
you,
you,
greener.
it's
no.
not,
The quality of parents has more to do with the quality of people that are those parents, and not
that part.
the individual parent or both of them together. They're dynamic. No, it's like, is this a good person and is this a good person? All right, can they come together and raise a good person?
Yeah,
Like,
but
don't
we
feel
also
like
have to keep in mind that it does a lot to your mental, whether people want to talk about it or not, when you know you don't have your dad in your life or your mom in your life and you're like, what if and what
all
about?
right, but here's a flip side, and here's a flip side to that I can speak to personally. It does I can't gauge anybody else's damage, but I'd say it does as much damage because I feel similarly when people say, "Oh, I didn't have a father." I feel similarly where I can say mentally for a long time, my father was like the nemesis in my life, and I don't mean that from a stuck up, spoiled, whatever, middle class kind of whatever you might think. Where oh yeah, at least you had a dad. No, like my dad was actually very abusive,
Yeah.
verbally, mentally. If people look at me and them say, "Oh, you're getting big," blah blah. My dad is a huge fucking man. All right, and I've had to like being able to talk
Sherry,
about being in physical
I carry
altercations
your
with your
suitcase
parents.
you pack tonight. I carry your suitcase you pack tonight.
You
Listen.
can't,
When
you
is your
can't call on
flight?
nobody for that. You can't call on nobody for that.
Oh, disrespect, disrespect, disrespect. Anyways, go ahead, Jason. Tell us more about your trauma.
No, I'm not
Lol.
talking about a trauma. All I'm saying is the grass is not greener. It
It's
just
true.
depends on the quality of your
It's
All
true.
right,
parents.
my point
Like
of view.
honestly, some
My,
people when the parents leave, yo, this is about to sound terrible.
Oh
Your
God,
parents leave you, good riddance to your parent, yo. Some of y'all parents were probably was shit human beings. I
that's
mean, think
true.
of how think of how screwed up an individual you have to be in the first place. And granted, I know all the circumstances are not the same, but let's just consider standard abandonment. Think about the fucked up kind of person you had to be to do that.
That part.
Let,
That's
let
true.
that sink in. Let
It's
that sink in. Let that sink in. And then let me come back with this. Let me come back with this. You wanted that person to be daddy or mommy? You don't think that them being around you would have screwed you up more than them just out of your life completely?
But
And
you
let me
see,
tell
that's
you, if
that's
you
not the
have,
point though, as well. Like I get what you're saying, and trust me, I agree with you. But at the
but my only
same
point is the
time,
grass is not greener.
it definitely isn't. But there's so much that comes with not having a parent in your life that okay, it is better that that person isn't in your life. But what it does to your mental, all the questions that you have that will never be answered,
add,
brother,
me,
the
it's
me
pain
add to that.
different. That
I
Different.
feel
jealousy
I
So I
feel
get what you
like
guys are
I,
saying.
and
I,
you
The
don't have
grass
no
not
appearance
greener.
of appearance
I
state.
feel like there's a lot of different scenarios where this can be. So I want to consider it, and don't yell at me, please. I want to consider it how I consider males and females, where I believe that we both go through our different issues, but I don't think that
Yeah.
one has it particularly worse than the other. In a sense
What?
where wait, don't kill me, don't tap me, please. You do have people who have it great, but there are people with both parents in their life that live a sufferable life, a absolutely sufferable life. So I feel that
Insufferable.
in insufferable. You can't even spell it. Shut the fuck up.
You're right. You're right.
F.
That's just sad.
Sherry
You
say,
know, I am where I am in life. That's all I have to say.
That's true. That is true.
Listen, I'm a officer. Don't compare struggles, people.
That's that part.
We all
But
because
we're
everybody
always
has a
gonna,
different divide.
Exactly. Like,
we're always
why is
gonna.
this a struggle fight right now?
oh,
I
but
mean, think about it. Think about it this way: people in America are complaining about not being able to abort their babies, and if you get pregnant a second time in China, they literally kill it for you. So, like, I'm just saying.
Bro.
Okay, that was kind of dark. I'm sorry, guys. But
That's wild.
It's a free abortion.
Oh,
why is that so funny?
oh.
I
Why,
think
why
I'm
is
just
that
are you?
so
gonna.
funny?
I think I'm
It's a
just
completely different
gonna
discussion.
stop talking for a little bit. I'm just gonna mute myself, guys. Have your discussion.
P to
That
those kids.
channel you need to get monetized, please.
Yo, I really actually hope this thing does well because I'm enjoying it and I feel like it's something that the Caribbean space could use.
Yeah, I wanted to have a conversation about chicken curry versus curry chicken, but everybody seems to be afraid.
That shouldn't be a discussion. It's curry chicken.
That
Full stop.
yeah, discussion.
You see, everybody in this chat is very aggressive, and I feel like that's the problem. Everybody in the Caribbean that says curry chicken, y'all give off this really strong, aggressive energy. Every single person in my Discord that says chicken curry, they're all afraid of you guys. I just want to say
Let me
and
say
that's
this.
why we
Let me
can't
say
have this discussion because they're all afraid of you.
Are they really?
Yes,
It sounds
bro.
better.
We literally bullied Miyuki so bad that he doesn't even say curry. He doesn't even say chicken curry anymore. He just says curry.
Chicken curry makes no sense.
He just
Do we
says
say chicken
curry.
barbecue? Do we say chicken jerk?
We did not
We say
bully
chicken
him. We
stew?
were
We
just making
bullied
fun
him.
of it.
We
It was just funny.
we booed him and everything.
Imagine saying chicken jerk and chicken barbecue.
It's because it just never makes sense. If you're
Soup
gonna
chicken.
say chicken curry, just work with it and say chicken jerk and chicken fry.
Chicken barbecue and
Don't go
chicken
back
fry.
and say jerk chicken
Exactly.
and fried chicken.
Because
Keep it
But
going.
isn't the whole thing that chicken curry is what Indians call it?
And
Yeah.
But them
And
not call fried chicken fry. So
I mean,
like
but the
but
whole thing is that the whole curry idea come from India in the first place, and their language doesn't work the way ours does. So when they translate it roughly, it translates to chicken curry.
hey, Jason,
But it doesn't mean
shut the fuck
not
up.
necessarily.
Shut the
Not
fuck up.
necessarily because
You're
all
supposed
they
to be on
have
our
to do,
side.
all they have to do is
Can we
chicken jerk.
Can we also
Or
keep in
chicken fry.
mind? Can we also keep in mind that Japanese people don't say chicken curry or curry chicken? They say chicken with curry. Can we also keep that in mind?
Actually, honestly, by right, that is the right way of saying it.
They say
But
chicken
why are
with
we
curry.
talking about this?
No, but it
Oh,
sounds like
sorry.
the
This
chicken
is.
is
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
This
curry.
we were talking
Chicken
about
with
parents. My bad. We're talking about parents.
And fried chicken. Listen. We don't want to upset the audience, you know. So,
Start see your subscriber count go down.
Yo,
Take them chicken curry serious.
I don't remember what we talked about in the last Caribbean Roundtable. I don't know what we talked about in the last Caribbean Roundtable, but we have dislikes on the video, so clearly we've already started to upset people.
But you know, I feel like dislikes
gonna be
are a good
people.
indication sometimes.
I could give you one good reason why.
Because we're cute.
No, the last one.
Check
You mean
this.
Oh, never mind.
know what I'm
You're right. Okay, wait, stop talking. We're not going to talk about it.
But
Anyways,
I don't know
guys.
what happened. I left.
Don't worry about
I
it.
still
Don't worry
need
about it,
to
don't worry
go
about
and
it, don't
watch
worry
and
about it.
see what was said on that.
It was so chaotic. There was yelling and everything. I had to hop out of the Discord just so that I wasn't airing all of that drama live. So
What?
yeah, it got really bad. It got really bad.
And I can guarantee you that the main force was that one person, right?
And you know what? Normally he's the biggest part of chaos. Like he starts the chaos. But I can actually say, yeah, Triforce.
Don't call the name.
But
We don't call those names.
I can actually say, I can actually say that he did not start the drama.
I would agree.
Blood clots. I don't know what it is that happened between him and Blood Clot. Well, I kind of know now, but I'm not going to talk about their business. But basically, they already had previous altercations between one another, so they were not on good terms. And then they were both in the Discord the last time. I didn't know that they were having issues with each other. Triforce didn't know that he was in the Discord, but he knew Triforce was in the Discord because Triforce's name in Discord is Emperor Triforce, right? So every time when Triforce said something, he countered it. And he didn't just counter it in a debating way. He was like yelling at him.
It was disrespectful.
And
I remember that vibe.
I was like really hoping that it would just die out, but then Triforce said something about being to 100 countries, and he said it was a lie. And then Triforce said, "How you know it's a lie?" And then he was like, "Show me a passport." And he's like, "I don't have to show you a passport." And then it just went into this thing where they started barking things that I cannot repeat at each other, and I had to
a lot of words.
I had to hop out to the Discord.
And he said, and I quote, that everybody in the call can add up to a amount of countries in go to. I said, what you know about her? Sir, what you know about me? What you know?
Sherry, not everybody's as rich and braffing as you. Anyways.
But that's the point. He's basically belittling me. Take it as belittling me.
Belittling your braff.
Okay, and what?
And what about it?
So you set blood clot on him.
No. Anyways, I get that some people like him, some people don't. I just feel like we should be able to have civilized conversation. Like, there are people in here that I know other people do not particularly like, and the other way around. But as long as we're not troubling each other, as long as we're focusing on the content, I think it should be good to go. I mean, I love everybody here. I think you guys are great. Just please don't do anything stupid.
I really want to know what happened last time.
I mean, the stream is up. It's also 4 hours long, so.
Somebody send me at what point the chaos started so I can.
It started around like 3 hours in. About 3 hours.
Alright, treat them on.
Brother, listen, I don't want anyone to see me shouting. I was very frustrated that day.
Yeah, you were.
Just a heads up for you, Sherry. That's typically what happens every time, honestly.
Hi, King Savage.
Bro, listen, I have no problem and no qualms with anybody. You can say stupid shit, I will argue with you about it, but I don't particularly hate people or anything. I just mean I like certain things, you see me? And that man got on every single nerve in my body, but I don't hate him.
That's the thing. Honestly, that's what Triforce is for. It's for you. It's to tick you off. Like, I think it's good. I think it's good that he ticks people off.
He purposely disagrees with everything. Like everything that somebody says, he disagrees. I guess for the debate. I guess he likes the debate. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a debater. Well, not like a proper debater, not a proper debater, but he's a debater. He likes to debate.
I can say the sky is blue.
So he's not a master debater.
Let me tell you why the sky is not blue. I'm gonna tell you because little baby Jesus was under slavery in 1972 back in Africa.
That's what
being a good debater is being able to summarize what you're saying in in good amount of words. He's spitting paragraphs upon paragraphs.
That's what he does.
Let me talk.
I get that. Let
me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Doesn't make you more intelligent. People refuse to understand this.
I understand, but honestly, let me just finish this point. I've known Triforce for over 3 years, maybe more, and I think he did way better than he ever does. Thank you for the sub. Than he ever does. Normally, when you're having conversations and he has an opinion on it, he's going to be the only person talking for 1 hour straight. So it sounded like he was taking up all of the time, but he did way better than he normally does. 1, and 2, hate him or love him, he did make a few points that were legit. Hate him or love him.
And I'm fine with it, but the 2-minute limit was not 2 limiting. It was 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing
a podcast.
You're not seeing the stream.
Was it deleted? I'm not seeing the video.
It can't be. Let me see.
On
yes, there.
Go to live. Lives in Caribbean Runtown.
Yeah, so YouTube has
Oh, it was
updated.
there.
Yeah, YouTube updated. So now lives are separate from shorts and shorts are separate from videos. But yeah, it's the one that says men aren't allowed to be depressed. So
So
is that for me?
That,
so
Is
guys,
that
kind of thing.
what you're bringing for me?
That
Wifey?
thing you never feel good.
Wifey? Oh. Guys, me and Cherry are gonna be together and we're gonna make so much content about how awesome we are. And you guys are gonna
I
love
thought you were
it.
gonna say we're gonna make
Make
so
so
much
many videos.
babies.
Y'all make me sick. Anyways,
So guys,
back
do
to
you
the
feel like you
parents
guys got
thing.
trash parents?
Oh god, I don't want to say it like that. Why are you this person? Why are you so fucking annoying? I don't want to say that. I want to say I wish I had better guidance than what I have. You get me? Like I consider myself a daddy's girl, and even so I feel like I didn't get the guidance that I should have gotten from my father. You know? Like all the things that I know now is not okay and I know now that hurt me. I wish I had somebody to like be there for me, and I'm not just talking about like career wise, I'm talking about emotionally, mentally. One thing about Jamaican parents is that anything that have to do with Opiaso, because they can't see it, they don't understand it. And I remember one time I was going through some like real emotional shit. It was real stupid. Like looking back at it now, in my opinion, it was dumb, but it was something that I was going through where I was graduating high school and I still didn't know what I wanted to do, and I felt lost. I felt like I was dropping out of the one thing that I understood in life, and I was really depressed. Like that is the first time I ever experienced depression in my entire life. And my mom started to notice that I wasn't going to school early because I was an early bird. No, I wasn't like coming out of my room, like the things that I normally do. She could see the difference, and she came to me and asked me, who the fuck tell me to confide in my mother? Who? Which idiot? Which idiot, for real? Because I told my mom that I was depressed, and she was like, depressed? What you have to be depressed about? You need Jesus. And then she prayed for me. My mother prayed for me for like 2-3 hours straight. It was the most painful thing I've ever gone through. And then she told my dad, and then my dad cussed me off about having no sense because I'm me depressed, but manana bills, manana pitney. Like, why are you depressed? That no mean.
American parents believe that if you don't have quote unquote responsibilities, you can't be depressed. And that's kind of sad.
But you know, you still.
I think.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll go. I don't even think it's that. I just think mental health issues is something that's new to Jamaican parents. I think it's something that's new to Jamaica still. Like, even me, like learning about anxiety is within the last 4 or 5 years. Learning about things like depression is within the last 4 or 5 years. Learning about insecurity. And this year, I learned about the power of insecurity as like girls always saw me insecure about this. I always used to take it as them girls make excuses. But this year, I saw the power of insecurity as a mental illness. And I'm learning about this kind of stuff. But everybody who's around me, who's raised in these places where mental illness is an issue for how long? Them know all about it. Yeah, my friend has depression, and yeah, my friend has anxiety, and yeah, like, and these are like kids talking about this kind of stuff. I just feel like that knowledge is not a part of Jamaica, the Jamaicans' experience, the typical Jamaicans' experience. And I feel like that carries through to each generation, including myself, because I'm very ignorant. As much as people would think I'm sensitive to that kind of stuff,
you're not.
No, people don't
not
think.
Even a
People don't
little
think I'm very ignorant towards mental health issues, and it's something. Yeah.
Jamaicans experience when it comes to mental issues. If you're not walking up and down and tearing off your clothes and chatting shit in the middle of the streets, then you don't have the mental problems.
Yep.
And as long as they can pay your bills, whether you like your job or not, it don't matter because their experience is, oh, you think I didn't like working? You think I didn't want to have picnics? You think I never want to go out and this? And it's you come here and make me can't go out at night time and enjoy myself? Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Jamaican experience with mental health is unless you're on even, they can't even medication. If you're not out in the street chatting shit, unable to recognize the people who you see on a daily basis, you don't have no mental problems. Anxiety don't count as one. Bipolar don't count as none. Depression, no.
No, bipolar count. But I think you need to have serious bipolar disorder for Jamaicans to kind of consider
until you try to stab somebody or some shit like that, bipolar don't count
exactly.
in Jamaica.
And you know what?
No,
so I recently had a little interaction with one of my exes and one of his exes. It's kind of a funny story that I'm not going to get into. But basically,
Didn't you tell us that? I feel like you did.
No, I didn't, and I don't think I'm ready to yet. Maybe one day when I'm on TikTok, I'll feel like telling a story time. But basically, she was like trashing him, talking about how shitty he is and whatever. And I was like, is there anything that you like about him? And she explained to me that before she met him, she didn't know that her son had ADHD. She didn't know that he had ADHD and a little bit of autism until she met this awful human being. So basically, he is more aware of these things. He picks up on the little tics and whatever. And he told her that your son seems autistic, you should get that checked out. And obviously she took that as disrespect, as Jamaicans do take these things as disrespect. But she checked it out and he's a little autistic and he has ADHD and stuff like that. So you do have people out there that will see it, but for the most part, like, Jamaican people don't notice these things.
Yeah, personally, I think my niece might have of autism, but I'm scared to tell my sister. I have two sisters, not the one that I talked about the last time, but I want to say it to her, but I just know that she's going to think of it as a disrespect. So
exactly. And you know what's the sad part is better from early so you can help the child than not know at all or wait until it's too late. But she will probably take it as disrespect.
Like, she shows the signs, like she doesn't talk, she doesn't like to play, she doesn't like to interact, and she climbs a lot.
Does it show on her physically? Because autism has like a physical manifestation.
No, not necessarily.
It doesn't.
It's more of the actions.
Autism doesn't?
I think you're
I
thinking
work
about
with
Down
autistic
syndrome.
individuals.
I know Down syndrome as well, but
their social
autism
autism is not the one that has a look.
I know Down syndrome.
Training is Down syndrome.
I know the Down syndrome one. Autism.
I work with autistic people. It really doesn't.
They just interact different. Autistic people interact different and communicate a bit.
Oh yeah, let's not Vash, let's not forget that one autistic individual that was a part of our group and just like murdered everything.
He really didn't look,
He didn't look autistic, but he definitely was autistic as fuck.
Autistic people who are diagnosed with autism and only have autism don't look any different from like everybody else.
Yeah.
I'll say that, El. I have something in my head and apparently not go, so I just googled it. So
maybe Down syndrome. Toy Soldier says autism does not have a look.
Yeah. Bro, can I say
more of a behavior?
Like, personally, and for me, it's better to tell somebody these things and make them hate you, but at least them can't let them know.
Nope, that's cap. That's cap.
I've done it.
I'm gonna be very honest. Me telling you that I think that your child is autistic is equivalent to me telling you that your man a gay bun. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put myself in that place. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing it.
I'm not looking out for the person I'm telling. I'm looking out for the person that it's actually affecting.
I'm just waiting on her to get a bit
I'm sorry.
If it continues, I might say, but currently I see
I
signs
go
of.
drink water and mind my business. Mind
I
my
have a question. I
business.
have
Drink
a
water and
question.
mind my business.
Heard up
Vivid,
Go
and
ahead.
them know
vivid.
Go ahead.
than
Based
fear.
off of what you just said, like I don't remember where this artistic thing came from, but I have a different question now.
Go ahead.
So you just said you'd rather you wouldn't tell a girl if her man is cheating on her.
Definitely not. 100% no.
Heard up and none of bystander. I'm
That's
sorry.
I'ma be straight. I'ma be straight with you. That's none of my business.
Not even if it's like a very
I
close
usually hear the
friend.
opposite.
That kind of cool.
Let me
Still.
let me tell you. I know it's cold, and I used to be that person. It's like ring ring ring. Hey, your man a gay bun. I used to be that person, and I will never be that person again because it never ends well for you yourself, and that person will never look at you the same. It's
And that's why
I
be the villain.
Why?
I
If you're a friend.
I agree with Vivid this time.
They don't care. They don't listen. I was best friends with this one girl. I'm gonna tell her say her man a give her bun. She call her man and tell her man to me tell she say him a give her bun, as if I didn't just see him walking in my house with a girl, hand in hand, hand in hair, everything. She calls him like a fucking idiot. Tia say I give my bun. Is that true? He goes, you really don't believe Tia? That's so stupid. You know, said Tia is a jealous ex. She calls me back. You're a fucking jealous ex. I'm gonna block you. She blocks me. She blocks me for telling her that her man giving her a bun, as if I was just going to walk up into her relationship like, hey, I'm gonna destroy your relationship today. And years later,
Wait a man. I can't take any of this as like solid information because it's already happening in the realm of foolishness. Like, why are you your friend's boyfriend ex?
Yeah,
why are you guys friends?
So I dated. Just listen. I dated him for a year. He gave me a lot of fun, and then I joined this friend group with a bunch of fun people, content creator, whatever. And we all got really close. And one day she told me that she found this guy and she really likes him and she see a future with him. And I was like, okay, awesome. Send me a picture. She sent me a picture of my ex, and I was like, that's my ex. And he is not a good person, but I enjoy that. And she's one of them girl there. She's one of them girl there where tell me say, oh well, he doesn't treat me like that, and you know he said I changed his life. Like girl will believe them kind of something. Anyways, the point is, it's not like we were friends and she knew say he was my ex and then she still a date him. Like, well, yeah, but I didn't know that he was a mutual person in our lives.
I feel like her situation, she valid to be upset with you because you actually had a really. But I feel like in a normal.
But that was years. That was literally years prior, and it's not like he's somewhere. I'm like.
But you know, a woman stay already.
This.
You know, a woman stay already.
Yes, I flip the script. You gotta tell the Regent same girl again, but.
Yeah.
Lies! Wait, really?
I'll picture me a break.
But yeah, have my real Virgin and girl a phone him out.
Stop, brother! Cut,
not gonna react no way.
No, but I feel like
let me tell
respond
you.
to those things differently.
I was just about to say that. Men do respond to these things differently because
scenarios that work out differently.
And then a lot of uno fuck uno nigga woman. So don't even come to me with that shit. Don't come to me with that foolishness.
Not real niggas.
Not your real niggas, as if that makes it okay with everybody else.
No.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, you have your friends and then you have like people you talk.
I've never done it. We're talking about. I'm saying we're talking
about real friends. We're talking about real friends.
Okay, and if my real chargy, oh my god, why that sounds so bad? If my real friend was getting bun, I would tell her. My real close friend, I would tell her. But everybody else that is just a friend, I'm not telling you anything. I'm not telling you anything. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. There are too many girls out here. There are too many girls out here that want to be taken for Claffy, who enjoy being a clown.
Nobody want to go through them Yamhead phase.
I mean, we all have to. I went through my Yamhead phase, and I'll never go back. Shut up, Anna. Shut up. Anna, shut up.
Okay,
Anna, shut your mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
alright.
alright.
Yeah. Not after the Anna story. You can't tell me shit after the Anna story.
I don't know. Okay,
Everybody
I
want to go
Okay.
through. Everybody just. I don't know. Everybody need to go through that phase. We
I feel
understand
like
it
we
all.
Everybody,
all have to go through our yam head phase to understand
A cassava head. Every type
life.
of food you need for rope on your head. Grow it.
we
me,
all
me
get
sorry, but me a
potential.
forever
Everybody.
yam fry.
My goal in life is to get a girl whose first Yamed phase is with me, and I just validate her Yamed phase completely, and she
Right
just
on.
obsess over me, and I don't ever betray it. That's my goal in life.
That's cap.
Well,
That
I
will
want.
never happen. Anyways,
What do you mean that's
um,
cap?
uh, you are not that person.
very
What?
well.
Yet, but we're all
Oh,
works in
but you're
progress.
working on it.
First of all I
I
can
The
said
say
my
is
goal.
day.
me forever me forever yam. Nobody can tell me nothing else.
Like
I need to fix.
This is
We
a
need
good
I
girl
to
right
fix
here.
there.
I don't think I could ever yam over a nigga again. I'm gonna be honest. Like for me,
Better not.
I limit myself. Like I want to be there for my man, and I want to, if I can provide
So you
anything,
won't
I
yam
want
for
to
your man?
provide.
Alright,
No,
question.
no.
What do we consider
What?
being a
I
yammed?
mean,
Maybe
I
I
was
see
just
there's a
about
I
to
see
say
there's
that.
an issue.
It depends on what you call a yamed. Cause like, all right, for his birthday, I bought him a series of gifts, right? And then I gave him $300. And to some people, that's me being a yamed. But to me,
No,
it really
Same like
wasn't
how them have a
because
definition of being a simp, which I don't agree with.
exactly. But like for me, I would only consider what I did yamming if it was my last money I may have put it out give a nigga. Like I had
No,
money for do them
no.
something there at the time,
You
and
know,
I
no,
was
no, no,
just
no, no. Yamin is more than just the actions that you do on the day-to-day
And that's
basis.
the issue. People
Yamin,
think it's the
Yamin is
action.
a mental and spiritual connection that you
this
have to
nigga said
somebody
mental
else.
and spiritual.
When you when
In
you're
my
obsessed with
opinion,
somebody else, when you're obsessed with somebody else, and your life goal become to be what they see in a pleasant way, or become the best version of what they want you to be, that's when you're a Yamin. And there's nothing wrong with being that as a woman.
There's
me,
so
me
much.
personally believe that being a yammed has a lot to do with seeing red flags and continue doing yaga all out for
Yeah,
certain
that
That's
part.
parties. That's why
exactly what
you
a
That
see
yamed
part.
is.
That's a part. That is a
see
part
all the
of it,
red
but that's
flags.
why you want a Yamed.
That's
That's why you
exactly
really
why
want a
Jason
Yamed.
wants a yamed. He wants somebody where him can give one and them just look the other side.
It's not going to be bun because I'm going
It's
to
gonna be
convince my woman.
consensual. I'm tired of
My
you.
woman them for me.
Like me
I'm
have
Okay,
a
going to
yamed
I'm going
so
friend
to
we make our man
Jason, you need a
convince
timeout.
her
I
to have an
mean,
open relationship.
I mean, if you want a yam head that's going to bring you girls to fuck, you can always find a white girl.
way ahead of you.
This channel is
So
never
way
getting
ahead.
monetized. I
No
swear.
comment. First of
Then
all,
which
this
them no
channel is gonna
want
get
to
This
spend
channel is
monetized.
time for
never
spend
getting
my own money.
monetized.
I want to spend somebody else money.
This channel will get monetized. Anytime when we talk about things that are not so great, we should say it in patois. That way they don't understand.
Yeah, I report you.
me personally report you.
That kind of fuck up
But come on,
still.
I feel like yamming is true love. Yamming is
It
true love. If
is.
a girl
It
not yam for you,
is
if a girl
Yamming is
not
not
yam for
true
you,
love.
you
I want somebody
don't
young
have
for
the
me.
full
true.
version of our love.
No, it's true unconditional love, and that's why me will forever be a yam, because that's all I can
That's
give.
why me
No,
like that girl. Which part you live? Which part you live? Yeah,
They
that's
want
that
Sharik
brother.
young for you.
Them take you for idiot.
Listen.
Take me idiot. It's on you. It not gonna make me feel worse. Like gonna make you feel worse.
How?
I will feel bad for a good yam. I will feel bad for a good yam.
I don't like
But
where
one
this
of
Exactly. You
conversation is
like
going. I
feel
don't
I
that's
like.
why you
Can
not
you
Me,
guys
feel.
stop
bro,
Me
me
not
I
agreeing?
feel
don't
bad
like
for me take you for idiot.
The
you know what
conversation
I
you're
want?
over. The conversation you're
I
done.
want
No, no, no. I want to know how me feel bad for take a girl for idiot. Why?
Exactly. You're
Yeah,
not gonna feel
because
bad for that.
because you're the worst person in the relationship. Imagine
You have a
you,
perfectly good
you
piece of
have this girl
yam.
fully yam. Imagine you have this girl fully yam, right? And you come home one night and she did there. Where have you been? Blah blah blah. Rated there, babes. I like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just go fuck one. Like, sorry, we drop.
Wow.
You know, whatever. and she's just there like sobbing and weeping, like, okay, well at least you could text me next time. I was like, you wouldn't feel bad about that?
But I continue.
Wow.
No.
Come
Sorry, I
on.
should have
rather be a
texted you.
yam than be any.
Come on.
It's
How
I
can
should have
you have
texted
all
you.
the science in front of you, ignore it,
You
and then blame me for being the bad guy?
just text me which part has Tony there. That's like all I'm saying.
Everyone say it's the same way I tell people say, yo, it's if you in a relationship and me single and me and you fuck, I don't business about your relationship. That's your problem. So if you know say you get born as a woman and you still gotta turn and tell me say, yo, at least me make you know what me I do, and still sit on your house and continue to take bud, why am I even feel bad about that?
Exactly, honestly. But yo, can I just say this? This topic is a topic for a whole other day. Before I even respond, please keep in mind the podcast topic channel, guys. It's freshly added. Everybody who is in the Discord can drop a topic, whether you want to talk about it or you want to sit down on YouTube and listen to it. Okay? So drop your topics in the podcast topic channel so that we can talk about it. Because like Yambala is one of the topics that we should talk about. So Yambala, me at the Yam farm. There's a meme. It's hilarious.
Just stop
it's hilarious. Anyways, I was gonna say you're so cute. Oh my god. I was gonna say men love a good yam head and you know what, fuck on the side and come home to a good yam woman. But make sure fuck on one time on destroyed. Destroyed.
Yes.
No.
There's a difference when a man cheat versus a woman cheat.
Not to the yam. Not to the yam. Can't tell it from now.
There's a big difference
If
between a man giving bun and a woman.
if your yam give a bun, that's just part of the game.
Pause real quick. You just said if your yam give a bun, like she a property, like she's a puppy dog.
No, wait a minute.
If your yam gives you bun,
yeah, then I have an even bigger problem than that. But if the girl you check for, the one where you introduce to you, bridging them as you know, that girl, yeah. Cause you know, man, I be on the man say no. It's when you just buck your girl, you do the rounds, you link the man them and say, yo, what going for that girl? And the man know her. You see me? You have to know, say, yo, none of your bridging them in your close circle and know nothing about your girl in terms of none of them not sleep with her and none of them thing there. So you see the point you can, when you introduce that girl, like argument sake, say, if me and Jason are part, if me introduce my girl to Jason gonna say, yo, that girl are the one. You see, if that girl like you one, me not care about no man right. So me, you feel it in your heart, in your chest.
Yeah, we agree. But somebody said them not gonna feel no way. Somebody said the yam. If you yam bunny, I just saw it. I saw it go. You said that, or
no, I mean you say it.
So continue. May I wait for you get to that point?
That may I say yo. No, that may I tell you say yo. If the girl where you yam decides to yes. The one that you're taking for a yamming, right? If she go out
the process of yamification.
The one where
I just call them yamming.
Whatever. That one there. If that one they sleep with somebody else and I don't know, not just so it go.
What you mean? So in your scenario, your yammed is not your main girl.
All if I'm a main girl, it don't matter.
That's crazy. That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me.
Woman says this. If it's a yamming, even if she's the one.
I'll never say.
I said to you that if it's the main girl, two situations. You have the girl who you take for eat that. The one who you the yamming, she share the yamming, right? You go on the road, you fuck on her, she know all I got, but she still stay with you. If she decide one day to get up and sleep with somebody else, right?
Let me ask you a simple question to see if I understand. Are you saying that it's okay, or you're not gonna feel too bad if you're yummy, burn your back because you deserve it? Is that what you're saying?
It's not a matter of deserving it, but I'm not gonna feel away.
Free to say it, man.
But why aren't you going to feel away? Why aren't you going to feel away?
Why not take her seriously? You see why I'm saying? Why me say man
Why
love
wouldn't you
problem?
take it? That's
You
what I
see why
asked
me
you.
say
That's what I'm
people
But,
love
asking.
but
problem for
why
a
me I got
whole?
no? Why me I
Why?
take her seriously though?
Because she's a Yamed. A Yamed girl is a very valuable girl, man. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
you
man,
take her
take her for a
seriously?
yammer.
Jason,
Not
are
serious
you
about it.
consensually smoking crack?
Nobody wants peace.
Hold on there.
Nobody
Hold on there.
wants
Hold on there.
peace
No,
Hold on
in
there. Hold on
are
there.
life.
you consensually smoking crack, sir?
Are you
Everybody agreed with
smoking
me
crack?
earlier. Everybody agreed with me earlier when I said when a girl is yamming for you, yeah, get the truest love out of her possible. Everybody agreed.
I did not
So
agree to
why
that.
wouldn't you?
I
Everybody
also
Well,
don't
else.
agree.
So why
explain to
wouldn't
me.
you finish what you're saying first? Why wouldn't you what?
Why wouldn't you value a
Yeah.
girl giving you the truest form of her love? Why wouldn't that be more valuable than a girl
Why
who
is
would
that
just
the truest
Because
form
deal
of
man I
with
love.
her away if you deal with her away? Why wouldn't you value that?
Honestly, you confuse me this. So what you're saying to me is that the girl, the wife,
You're
right?
confusing yourself, Dan, because you
No,
don't
because
know
I'm
why you're
saying to
valuing a
you,
woman.
I am saying to you that if there's a girl out there, right, who I am going to,
Mm.
I'm sleeping with currently,
It's
and
not
then
sleeping if you're
hold on
in a
now,
relationship with this yam.
Exactly.
I'm
The
in a
yam
relationship
is
with
the
this young
wife.
cool, right? And I got,
This is
yeah,
the
and hold
one
on,
that
now,
you're carrying to introduce to your friend them.
then she's not a yam.
Then,
Why you mean
but
then
that
she's not a
doesn't.
yam? You do not this first of all,
Get where
you
my
do not
try, say.
determine
Think me get
you
where
do
my
not
try, say.
determine whether or not your girl is a yam or not. Your girl is either a yam for you or she's not. So you can't me I am telling you in this scenario, the girl what you are talking about is a yam.
So hold
So
on,
you don't
hold on,
consider because of how you feel about
you're
her,
saying
she's
to
not a
me that
yam.
the girl that is going to have my back, and if my sick of me yard, she gonna left her yard and come make
That's what
so
a
for me,
yam is
and them
about.
thing
That
that is
this is
it.
that
That
girl.
is
That
what
is
a
not
yam
This is
is.
that girl.
Think
alright.
you
That's
have a
Okay, all
different
right, wait, wait,
definition
wait.
of
Can I
so
speak really
Very
quick?
different.
Let me speak really quick. Let me speak really
Well,
quick
I can
because
define yam
there is,
first.
but yam was defined. This is why I don't understand where there's confusion because Jason literally said before he started the conversation that his version of a yam is a girl that's giving you unconditional love, will do anything for you. When you cheat, she'll take you back over and over and over again. That's what he considered his yam.
That
So
is a yam.
But
with
here's my
that,
problem with that.
he's saying that he would have a yam as his main girl because he knows that the yam is not going to give him bun. The yam is going to be completely loyal. She's going to make sure that he gets treated like a king, whether he's a king or not. And that's the girl that you marry, have all your kids with, and give bun for the rest of your life, just like the whole of Uptown Jamaica. That's what he's saying.
At the point of uh, there's a certain point a woman becomes a yamed, right? She can love you unconditionally, etc., and be loyal to you. But the point as of where she becomes a yamed is after you cheat, she take you back and still love you unconditionally. You go cheat again and she still take you back,
yeah, she
and
ignores all the red
like
flags.
she no matter what you do, she still a go dead for you. That's what makes her a yam.
First of all, people keep on saying ignoring the red flags. I like to think of it as loving you despite the red flags.
Shut the
Guys,
fuck
this is
up.
a
That
romance.
is, I agree with Jason. I agree with Jason.
This is a
Love,
romance.
love, despite all
Sherry,
of the
give
problems.
how
Oh,
far you
what
are
red
very much
flags are we talking about?
like that girl.
I'm not talking simple red flags
Everything,
like oh you take off
everything.
your clothes and left it on the ground and not those type of red flags. I'm
What?
talking red flags like
He's talking
A red
about
flag
giving
is a
her
red.
bun, coming home the
red
next
Bro,
flag,
bro,
red
morning.
I
flags like
know,
straight
bro, I
disrespect.
know what you mean by red flag. I'm talking like, babe, I just came home from cheating on you and I had to kill somebody on the way here. Help me hide the body. And she's crying and helping him hide the body. That is the kind of yam I want.
That
And
pause
that are
there.
the truest form of
Right
love.
up. I have a girl who would have helped me hide her body, but I've never had a girl who is going to just know some give her bun and don't try to slap me out of a frying pan.
That are me. That's me, guys. Come on.
That's you. That's you. First, no, sure, I'm not saying that's you.
Why
I'm
you
glad
give
that's you,
on in the
Sherry.
first place?
But
Why
that
are you
is
doing
you,
that?
my guy.
Okay, you know why?
That's
Because
you. They're
males are
definitely.
meant to give bun. Males are
Alright, you
literally
know
not
what?
made
You know what,
to
Sherry? You know what, Sherry? Sherry, you know what?
Excuse me?
Shut up, Sherry. Shut up, Sherry. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. As a partner, shut your mouth.
Biologically, males are sexual creatures.
Me just gonna say it on
I
the
had to
stream.
mute her because there's no way I'm going to listen to her talk about that.
Me just gonna say it on the stream. Vivid man, casually walk gonna share DMs right now.
Don't you
Boy,
dare.
type
Yo, listen
that
to me.
in the podcast topic. Like,
First
that's
of
a
all,
topic
I'm
and
sure
like, yeah, you
everybody
share.
here heard me call dibs. So anything you do before me would be completely dishonorable, and I don't think
That's crazy.
Sherry would appreciate that. So, and then second of all, why you don't want to let Sherry speak? Let Sherry speak. Did you actually mute
I
her?
unmuted her.
Yeah, I'm
One.
unmuted, but I'm scared to say anything to be muted again.
Sherry, I just want you to know that you're supposed to be mine, but here you are soliciting yourself. Like, I'm not gonna say the word.
Sherry was just about to explain why polygamy is better for men, while monogamy is better for women. Go on, Sherry.
I was saying that males are literally biologically meant to plant their seed. Like, it's literally in their DNA. So having a loyal man, it don't really make sense.
Plant your DNA inside of
Don't
me.
make sense.
Don't plant your DNA on anybody else.
Which part of my DNA say?
But we can agree with that. But Vivid, here's the real thing that it comes down to, you know. If you can respect and it is a fact that men always just are going to want other women, even if they choose to be loyal to you, men are going to want other women. Why wouldn't you just allow your man to have other women when you know say you're his main one? Like,
if it's on the grounds where you can even come to an agreement, if you don't want to hear about it, okay, just say don't tell me about it. If you want to be like
that's to me, that's the way it should be on a base level.
Okay, all right. Can we talk about can we talk about this, Jason? Can we talk about this?
So about me,
me and you right now?
Me and you right now.
All right, but I'm still taking a point. Ask you a question.
But I want to ask you a question as well, and it's a very personal question, which is why I'm asking for permission.
Is it a question that you know the answer to? Are you just asking me?
It's a question. It's a question that I know the answer to, but also don't. Maybe you have a different take on it.
It's a setup question. Basically.
It's no. This question is not going to end in an argument at all. But the thing is, based off of what you're saying, it's just an important question to me.
Ask the question.
You know, now that I have the opportunity to ask.
Why this is
all right. So you believe that women should just allow their men to have multiple partners?
No. Partners, no, because a partner is an intimate thing.
Exactly.
I believe.
Okay, so what do you consider what our open relationship was? What was that?
Our open relationship. No, wait, before we even cross.
Shut up. Let him answer. Shut up. Let him answer. I want him to.
Me a gear bun. You just say me a
past tense. I said was. I said was. Past tense. Years ago. Just answer the fucking question.
Remind me of the question again.
Okay.
That's so much just went through my mind.
I asked you what was our open relationship.
Oh yeah. So like that wouldn't apply to this situation because
why not?
Or because it was a lot of lies.
Was it a lot of lies? There was a lot of truth in it as well.
There was a lot of truth in it, but for me personally, the open relationship, if this is the truth coming out here, I don't know it, because we've done a lot of truth.
Say with your chest.
We've done a lot of truth. We've done a lot of truth telling, but I can't remember if this is something I've told you before.
Oh God, okay.
The open relationship discussion came up as a tool to truth my lies.
Oh yes, you did tell me that.
So I never wanted our version of an open relationship. I just wanted to like
do what you want to
put
do,
all of my lies under one umbrella so I could keep track of them.
and you still
I was
couldn't.
telling, and I still couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that I couldn't. It's just that the energy did not run out. You know, man was cheating for a long time. It didn't need to stop at some point.
On this episode of Lies, Deceit, and Drama.
Luna.
Okay, so I have another. Okay, what are you going to say? I did my own fair share. I did a little bit of. I was alone. I was lonely. Okay. Anyways,
guys, long story short, every toxic story that she ever came on this show and talk, it's me.
I was already fully aware of that.
Anyways, that's not the point. Shut the fuck up.
This is my time.
My other question to you is: do you think if we did it right, it would have lasted?
What do you call right? Because I don't think...
I'm not talking about the relationship itself. I'm talking about the open relationship. Do you think if we did it
my way?
No. What's your way?
Right by my way?
Do you know what right? Do you know what right is?
I know what the stereotypical right is, but I know also...
If we did it honestly. If we did it honestly.
I would never fully be comfortable with the person whom I'm introducing to my family, my friends, trust to be the mother of my child. All of these things, I'd never be comfortable with putting that person at that pedestal in my life and having them go suck off at the body at the time. No thanks.
Yeah, but what if they're not doing that? What if it's just dugu?
No, like the pussy, everything is sacred. I don't even want my personal girl, my real and true personal girl. I don't even want you. I don't want nobody to look on your cleavage too much. I don't even want somebody to talk and them spit fly out and drop on your breast. I don't want.
Which is right. You see, Jason, this is Jason.
Wait, me ask a
question. I'm coming for your DMs, Sherry.
No, Vivi, don't talk to me.
Ask a real.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Wasn't the first rule don't go after people ex? Look at you. Anyways, go ahead, Vash. Go ahead, Vash. What is your question, Vash? What is your question, Vash?
Yeah, so you did not say all of that, right? So in that scenario, were you still going to go ahead and cheat nonetheless?
Well, what are you talking about? The situation from when the open relationship was brought up?
Right, exactly.
Bro, that story doesn't even start at that point.
Yeah, it doesn't. For me, it's really complicated.
I know it doesn't.
There's like asking. A year and a half of lies before that.
I'm fully aware of the whole situation, my boy. I'm just asking a simple question.
I don't even think Queen is fully aware of the situation, so I'm not sure how you could be.
I mean, then again, likewise, but
the question. Let me clarify my question here.
Okay.
So you're saying if it were supposed to go how you wanted it to go, which clearly tells me that you wanted for her to not be with anybody, but it's okay for you. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what he's saying.
That's the whole point. Monogamy for women.
For the men. But you need to realize, like, my interest when it comes on to the sexual appetite is like an appetite. It's just something I want to do. I think I like the sexual aspect of dating or stuff like that. I think of it like my curiosity with food. Like I just want to try new things. I don't like the same thing all the time.
So it would have been okay for you to do it and not okay for her to do it, is what you're saying.
I don't know why you're asking this. He literally said it earlier when he was talking about his yam head. Are we not going to
Yeah.
forget that
How their
part?
conclusion did I go on in other
Yeah,
part
but
then?
he did say that he wants a girl that when him come home, him
But
can say, "Hey, babe, I was giving
but
you
I can
bun,"
tell you
and
that
she's okay with it.
it's not that absurd because I can tell you that based off of just how the sexual dynamic between men and women work, like it's hypocritical for it to work any other way.
Yeah,
Do we
women
really
aren't
want to
meant
say it's
to have multiple
hypocritical? Like,
partners.
okay,
Monogamy
I
is
can say that.
hypocrisy.
I can say that. That's true. But at the same time, it's like, don't say that that's how everybody wants to live their life. That's not how everybody wants to
No,
live their
but
Saying
life.
it
that's how
should be.
everybody wants to live
It
their life.
should be the norm.
I
I'm saying that's
I
how
don't
the
think
majority of
anything should
men.
be the norm. I don't think monogamy should be the norm. I don't think poly should be the norm. I think people should just explore and find what they like. Because if you want to have
That's
multiple
fine to feel that
partners,
way,
that's
but
fine.
You
the truth
know,
is, that's fine to feel that way, but the truth is, at the end of the day, and this is the problem that everybody's facing now, is that you, as the individual, you have to live with the consequences and the decision that you made. And the truth is, like, being sexually liberal is a lot less appealing on a woman's record. And it does a lot more damage to her psyche as a woman, or from a woman's point of
I
view.
mean, that's
We're
true.
not built the same way as men and women. So we shouldn't be held to the same standard. And there shouldn't be shame on either side of that dynamic because
But
we're
yet
different
still,
people. But there is shame. And I get
exactly.
that it's a very real part of
I never
the
relationship.
social aspect of
Relationship.
things.
Both.
But
Dog,
there's a social
our
aspect
relationship
of things,
wasn't a
and there's a
relationship. It
nature
was a
aspect.
play toy.
Make him done now. He's preaching right now.
He's not
He's
preaching.
preaching.
Oh my
I am
god.
loving Sherry,
I'm
actually.
going to deafen
I really
Sherry.
am.
I'm going to disconnect her and deafen her.
So Sherry, you would
She's
have just
doing
sit
way
down
too
there and
much.
make your man just do him thing.
And you know what's
And
so
you
funny about Sherry? Sherry is being so, I don't even know what to call it right now, but she annoy me because Sherry is pushing this men should give bun, men should give bun, men should give bun, yeah. But then 2 days ago she was jumping down Triforce's throat, quite literally, talking about how men should be able to talk to women about their feelings. It's like you can't. I'm going to mute you real quick because you're not going to stop talking. Let me tell you, Jason, shut up. Let me tell you this, Sherry. You cannot have both. You cannot do both. You cannot be doing this and that at the same time. You can't defend this and then don't defend that.
Vivid. Let me point out the beautiful situation to you that you're not even realizing in here.
What?
Just like how it's in Triforce's nature to say what Triforce was saying and what I was agreeing with, because I remember that part of the conversation to some degree. It is in Sherry's nature to believe that she should be able to communicate freely with her man, and maybe that's not the factual part of it, but it's in her nature to feel that strongly.
So why is it not in my nature?
Because you're a bitch.
So basically, because I don't agree with you, you're angry at me, Vivid. Is that the conclusion here?
Did you just call me a bitch?
Because I don't agree with you.
Oh, I'm
You know,
dying.
when I call you a bitch,
You did not just call me a
know
bitch.
exactly how I mean it. When I call you a bitch, you know exactly
Shut the fuck up.
how
I don't want you to explain it. I just want you to know that hurt my feelings.
Now do it again. You
only hurt your feelings because it's a little bit true.
Shut up.
Say it again.
Hey, give me like 5 or 10 minutes to call you back.
Backside, me telling me I have things to talk about. What?
Okay, sorry. Wait, no, tell me. Wait.
Bomba. Hey, what up?
Jesus Christ.
Look on the cars now.
She's dead, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Jaja God.
What's happening?
Oh,
The stream is open.
I pray.
Actually, go check the YouTube and see what going real fast.
I honor your name. Deliver your mercy.
Oh, she muted herself.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Yo.
Hey, you never hear the phone call come in and a bake us in.
Jaja God. Trouble did that. Trouble did that. Hi, Toy.
I only love Sherry.
Jano.
Me not tell a lie. Me did tell her, say, Don't stir up no water. Let me know what you ask
Even
first
turn
now.
off the camera.
I feel like the issue that me when I was trying to have that conversation earlier was that you and I have two different understandings of a Yamet.
Alright, so
Because
like
Vivid,
what
you look
you
like a
heard?
love champion dog. Shadow.
May I wait for get banned?
Yeah.
This guys, it
Y'all
was
can talk
nice doing
amongst
this.
each other. Talk amongst each other.
Guys, it was nice doing this social experiment with you guys. I'm happy to have had been a part of this.
Jace, I
When
have disagreed with you this whole time except today, and I'm really glad I made it this far with you.
Sherry, I really appreciate having had met you as a person, and I hope one day I actually get to see you. If I see you, I hail you.
Yeah, fuck you,
Okay, fair
Jason.
enough.
You're the bitch ass. Get your faggot ass out of here.
Mega, yeah.
Mega, I'm not actually offended, Mega. I'm not offended. It was just
No
a
fuck. You know how I
Mega,
check
Mega,
yourself, Jason.
Mega,
You're the bitch,
Yo, what's
Jason.
good, Mega?
Check
Mega.
yourself. I'm all.
this stream.
No,
That answer.
please don't. All right, simple. Don't. May I unmute the tone now? Please stop.
Lol.
I didn't even know I was muted.
Vivid turn off his stream though.
Just come back.
Oh, Vivid turn off his stream though.
I think she started a new one.
Okay, fair enough.
Ooh.